Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. It's a special podcast today. We have
special. This is Short Bus special if I've ever seen it.
100%.
You're working with what you got.
Special.
We are now on Pluto TV, which is an amazing app station. They have amazing content.
Bit of a conundrum though, huh?
What?
Well, they're a planet, then they're not a planet.
Yeah.
So it's like you're a thing, then you're not.
Right.
So it's like, oh, you're named after. Nope, no, you're not. That's not real.
It's kind of like the Caitlyn Jenner of planets. Anyway, so here we are. We have great people. We have
Smooth in the front.
We have Josh Barnett with us, two-time UFC heavyweight champion. One time?
That's all I needed.
One?
Just do it once.
But you were the Pride champion
put
too,
it
right?
to rest.
Pride champion as well?
Nope, runner-up.
Runner-up?
Yeah.
And now you're the wrestling champion. Or are you the wrestling champion?
Probably not.
You want me to rattle off some stuff?
The way this shit is going.
Yeah. What is he? He's a good guy.
Great masturbator.
Pride Heavyweight Grand Prix finalist.
Yeah.
Right.
Strikeforce
Heavyweight
Grand Prix finalist.
Right.
King of Pancrase.
Right. And there we go.
Metamoris champion.
All right.
Current Metamoris champion.
We also have Andrew Montanez, who if you guys don't know him, he's a great guy as well as a great fighter. He fought in Strikeforce.
Went to Strikeforce, went 1-1 in Strikeforce, got that 500 Strikeforce record.
And what else did you fight in?
$500 probably for the fight.
2,500 actually.
Oh,
25. Who did you fight in Strikeforce?
I fought Raul Castillo.
Oh, how?
Yeah.
Who beat Nick Diaz in the World Championship Finals that year.
I'm telling Nick Diaz you said that, boy.
Go on.
So what up?
World Championship Finals of.
It was like some World Jiu-Jitsu Championship that happened
okay.
in California. It was like 2005 or 6.
And then you also you beat Joe Merritt.
Beat Joe Merritt, National Fighting Championship. Guy talked a lot of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
And you actually hit him. You TKO'd him.
I TKO'd the old man.
Nice. And then also we have 27-time world time champion Renato Laranaja.
Big fan of Eating Raul.
Yes.
Speaking of Raul.
What a great film.
Yes. How are you, Renato?
1981 or some shit. I've never been better. I'm in the best shape to my life.
Oh, you lost some weight.
I look fantastic.
Chew my life.
Yeah, because I cut down the beer a little bit, and I'm just trying to drink hard alcohol.
Nice. That's good.
Just sticking with brown liquors.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. You're like, no, I'm just saying clear liquors. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
it's fucking alcohol.
If it's brown, let it to drown.
Okay.
Wait, what's the other
If it's
one?
clear,
I don't know.
Speaking of healthy living, I want to thank our sponsor, Blue Apron, the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery
by the way,
service
you can fuck with these Blue Apron
in the
things as
country.
much as you want. They
No.
don't care because I've listened to How Did This Get Made, and Jesus, that guy just goes nuts on them.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know how that got made. Listen, their mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everybody, and they achieve this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standard for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs.
Soylent Green.
Listen, Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S., and as a result, their seafood is sourced
Do you know what the
sustainably
distribution on
under
ranchers, fisheries, and
standard-
farms are? Like
I don't know, but I know they have beef, chicken, and pork come from responsibly raised animals, and their produce is sourced
we
from
got beef,
farms
all right.
that practice regenerative farming. Listen, cooking together.
Regenerative farming?
Yes, listen, cooking.
That sounds like something out of a
What does
movie
that
I've
mean?
seen. Is that, you know what? That would be a fucking food of the gods.
Probably.
Look at
But
you,
listen,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
cooking
Pack of the
toge-
killer tomatoes.
This is what you started. Look, cooking together builds strong family bonds, and research shows the Blue Apron families cook nearly
Your
3
dad's
times
still
more
not going to
often.
love you. Sorry.
My dad does love me, and I cooked all the time with my wife, and we have Blue Apron night. And it is the best night of my life. Those
Why
who
you
spend
didn't invite me to that one?
I will, because our upcoming meals include basil pesto chicken with summer vegetable panzanella, sautéed shrimp,
Coming up
and
on
green
fall,
beans
better
with
be
glove
careful.
tomatoes, whole grain pasta,
Sauteed shrimp.
summer vegetables,
General
as well
Tso's chicken.
as a meatball pizza with fresh mozzarella cheese and charmed tomatoes. Listen, they are affordable. It's got variety, flexible, easy, and guaranteed. Listen, you can go check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/MMA roast. That's blueapron.com/MMA roast. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
You know, we're in Hollywood. I have no idea who the fuck is going to order any of that if it's not just all gluten-free and vegan.
A lot of people are like that. Are you a vegan?
Oh, most definitely.
No, you're not. Are you not a
Just
vegan?
said he was.
Oh yeah, of course. I got the vegan jibe about me, don't I?
You have the serial killer vibe. But listen, I want to also thank our sponsor, Mack Weldon. Listen, it's better than whatever you're wearing right now. Trust me, Mack Weldon believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping.
I have a tear in my crotch, but there's no reason to fucking talk shit about my
Shit
clothes.
on our clothes.
Damn.
I go shopping all the time. I can't stand it. You got to go there. You got to park. You got to valet. You got to wait. But they make it so much easier. They have the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, undershirts, hoodies, and sweatpants you'll ever wear.
All that stuff?
They have a line of
All of
silver
it.
underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial, which means they eliminate odor.
So it's even better than the ones who have the copper.
So you don't have to shower, right?
Oh, copper, that's blood flow. Silver is antimicrobial.
An anti-werewolf.
Right, exactly. Keeps
werewolf.
can't get a blowjob from a vampire.
I was
Then
with Hegan last
that's
night.
not sexy.
Oh, yeah?
Listen, they want you to be comfortable. So if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they will still refund you. No questions asked.
Wait, how many
So
times
then you can just throw them
I
out.
could do that.
Not only this,
Yo, hey.
so go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off using promo code MMA.
Capono called. What the fuck is
Now,
that?
how's everybody doing? How you guys doing? Good?
Doing great. Especially
Awesome.
after that commercials.
Yeah,
man.
you said it started going on Mack Weldon. It's better than whatever you. I'm like, what is this, like a men's shop in Atlanta?
It might
This
be.
sounds like a
They have three-
Mack Weldon. We got boa constrictor. We got
That's one category. It's
and by the
socks,
way,
underwear,
this is all based
There's
on
definitely
a
a
real
welding
story.
company named
Yeah.
Mack Weldon that's like,
of
what the fuck is that?
of me in Atlanta, and I forgot a belt.
Yes.
Right? I needed to dress up for something. I don't know. We're going to some. I think I was there as a guest for something somewhere. Fights though, and all I need is just a dress belt. That's it. Just a simple black dress belt.
Yep.
Fucking impossible. I go to every men's store around there and they're like, oh, we got ivory, we got boa constrictor, we got ostrich. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, we got alligator shoes to go with. I'm like, no, I don't need
Black folks like to look clean.
magenta.
Yeah. That or Merlot or whatever, or Cabernet.
Did you finally get a belt?
Rose gold.
3/4 length.
Rose gold's nice.
Did you finally get one?
Yeah. They had to like dig in the back. I
nice.
swear they had to like get it out from underneath something.
I seen one time I follow, what's that guy's name? Bishop Don Magic Juan?
You follow him?
I saw it. No, well, I not in the old days. Like I just followed him.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like, me and my homeboy saw the guy who was like, "Oh shit, that's Bishop." And so we was on Melrose Avenue, and then he goes into one of these awful shops where they got the worst suits. You know, the worst
Yes,
shit that
yes.
possible.
Yeah, yeah.
You wonder how it stay in business, and then we just pretending to look at shit and just watching him pick out stuff. He's picking up he has an assistant.
Yeah.
And the guy show him like the worst shit you ever seen in your life. Some like head 3/4 length suit, and then he was like,
With parrots on the
yeah,
inside.
and then
you know,
he's like, "That's cold." He was like, "That's cold."
Did he buy it?
I don't know, because
Yeah.
we, eventually we had to slink out of there because we didn't want to be like,
Groupies. Yeah.
But
TMZ.
it was nice to
Yeah.
see behind the scenes.
Well, over the weekend, I actually it was my girl's birthday, so we went on a
Congratulations.
Happy belated.
Thank you. So I took her on a balloon ride. You ever go on a balloon ride?
I would never.
Went like that?
No, like in Temecula, a big hot air balloon.
Oh, Temecula.
Yeah.
So you drank wine and hang out with.
Well, we went up there, right? We actually missed it the first time. We got there too late because they leave at 5:45.
Was you in the morning?
At 5:45 in the morning.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. I don't care. No birthday. No wife. Nobody.
Nah, I don't love her that
Romantic.
much.
Everyone passed out like super tired.
But it's pretty scary because it's
no,
yeah, 'cause you
no
want
shit.
balloon.
You're in a wicker basket with fire.
You're in a picnic basket.
You, your girlfriend, and another man.
the fire was like burning my head. I swear to God.
Why you didn't take video of
Dude,
this shit?
the fire was way too close to me. I thought I was gonna have a big bald spot at the end of the balloon ride.
You thought?
My fucking, well, from the top. I meant the
Give it
back.
time, give it time.
The back. So then like,
It's a yarmulke, huh?
We can get you that sponsorship at some point.
I thought I was gonna have a yarmulke, right?
Oh.
And then like I'm there, and there's like 4 black women, and then like 7 Asians
In
and
the
then
same balloon?
Balloon. There was, yeah.
How big of a?
Of course, there's more Asians than it's like, oh, let's
What
just.
about 4 black women and they got up at 5:45?
Yeah.
Were they
like,
sassy?
Oh Lord.
But what happened was I kind of got, when I get nervous, I start telling jokes, right?
Oh, I can only imagine. You've
so
got
I
some
was-
sort of racist Tourette's going
So
on.
I started getting a little nervous because you're like,
Unbelievable.
I'm like, man, I could just jump out of here and die. That would be it. Like that. Like you're very close. So I started like
It's usually my
going-
first option.
I started having like my OCDs. So I asked the guy. So like the pilot, right? The pilot wanted to tell us the whole story and like about how he got into ballooning and how he became a.
How he sourced the balloon material.
Yeah.
And he started showing,
This is a free range jute.
and he started showing pictures of like the first balloon he ever flew and the second balloon.
This guy sounds fucking terrible. He's a Punisher. Jesus
it's 6
Christ.
o'clock in the morning.
He's
right?
supposed to be piloting the thing. He's doing that while he's trying to fly.
He's trying to make everyone comfortable, but everyone's laughing at his bad balloon jokes.
Oh, no.
Right?
Bad balloon jokes. I imagine there's not a lot of good ones.
So then I was like, how many people? I've asked him like, how
Are
do
you
know how
stealing
that-
some of his material, by
No,
the way?
but I was like, how many people actually jumped out of this, right? And everyone's like, huh? And then I was like, have balloons ever crashed? Have they ever got hit by lightning? By the third question, people were like, the black woman were like, oh, hell no, like, right after my question.
Did she do a and
Yeah.
any sort of fancy snaps?
Yes.
Oh, hell no.
That's
Where
exactly.
was they from? Did you talk to them?
No, they were nice. But
Well,
then
where were they from? You didn't ask?
I didn't ask.
It's like you
I
get their
would've
number. You
made
get their
some hay with
numbers.
that.
Yeah, it was like I had the Real Housewives of Compton with me on the, but it was fun. It was a fun balloon ride, and then afterwards we went to a petting zoo. They drop you off at a petting zoo.
Oh, that's where I saw a picture of you with a camel.
Yeah, with a camel.
Is this to calm you down after
thought
it
you was
spits in your face?
Mongolia.
No, I'm going to
But
Mongolia
that's
next
what
week.
that's what I thought. I didn't
Oh,
know.
no.
I thought you was already
Booking's
there.
tough, huh? You know, fucking, it's hard to get a laugh.
You gotta get over
Going to
it.
Mongolia.
I'm going to China for the first
They're
time.
just gonna throw like
Thursday.
empty vodka bottles at you when you're up there. That's all that's gonna happen.
Have you ever been to China, Josh?
Surprisingly, no, not besides an airport, but I do know people that have been in Mongolia.
Oh, really? What do they say about it?
Fantastic. Bring the family.
I'm going to Mongolia. I'm the first American
I hope
comic
you're a big
to
fan
perform,
of-
You're the first American comic.
to ever perform in Mongolia.
Please fucking tape this. Oh God, I gotta see all these just
don't, I quit.
Mongolians just like.
So that's what I did over the weekend.
doing some
Chewing on like some yak intestine.
So that was on Saturday, and then I had a show last
You
night.
you playing the usual like 50-person yurts?
Yes, I am. I'm doing that exactly. But it's so.
Fucking guy.
You got a translator? Is it like
No. It's like a lot of American GIs. A lot
Have
of
you
people that
heard what
speak English.
Mongolian sounds like?
No.
Okay, so there was this kid. I say kid. He was massive. Who is so? There was this. He is the brother. I think he's the actual brother of this Mongolian that lives here in L.A. Hollywood named Byamba. Byamba does. Yeah. See, he does a lot of commercial work, but he became famous for doing sumo. I think he's done sumo in Japan, but he also does. There's a World Sumo League. I'm real hip into fucking sumo, I guess. Whatever.
Right.
So I know that seems like that'd be more of Alyssa's kind of thing.
Right. Oh yeah, that's fun. So what happened?
So, anyways, his brother was like a blue belt in jiu-jitsu and did Mongolian sumo and wrestling and what have you. And my buddy Jay Tan brings him to me. He goes, "Okay, hey man, this kid, he's an amateur. I want to see if you can take him under your wing." Like, all right, cool. You know, my wing's big enough.
Yeah.
And this fucking kid, man, he's just like, all right, it's the first thing I want him to sign up for this jiu-jitsu tournament. He's gonna do gi and no gi same day. Okay, no problem. He'll do it. Okay. So I go and I start trying to look up some Mongolian terms. Just simple shit to say to him.
Yeah.
And everything is like, it's like some variant of Klingon. And I'm just going, okay, so choke is bosok. He's like, bosok. And then if I say bosok, no. Like, what did I just say? Did I say your mom's cunt? Did I just say, I don't know what I'm saying, but I need you to choke this son of a bitch at some point. So if it sounds like I'm having some sort of a allergy attack, please finish the match. And so, I'm sitting here just trying to make this thing happen. The kid goes out there and just absolutely annihilates everyone. I'm like, okay, maybe we don't do intermediate and blue belt next time.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah. And then he fights once for Jay's organization, beats the living crap out of a dude, smiling the whole time. And then, UMMA, and then just disappears into Mongolia, never to be seen again.
Wow.
He did a
Rides
big
off on his
commercial.
yak.
He did a big guy.
Byamba does,
Yeah,
but
Byamba.
no, but his brother. What was his name? Also, funny story. This old dude at the gym, this like old KG vet. I don't know what he did to this kid. I don't know how, because serious language barrier. But this kid, Unaru, that was his name. Unaru hated the fuck out of this dude Jay, and would just literally try to murder him every time they sparred. But he couldn't, because Jay was about 190 and just cagey and good and slick and just a overall mean sort of. He's like that grandpa that knows all those tricks and like pulls your
Right.
fingernail off while you're just trying to play with him. So maybe you had different grandpas than I did, but fucking Unaru hated him. It couldn't have been more clear. And every time they get in the cage, and Jay, he didn't care. He's like, well, let's go. And this kid would try to throw everything he had at this guy, and he's like 250, 240, and he would lose every time and just get madder.
Right.
So Mongolian comedy.
Yeah, so they're a real.
I'm excited. So I'm going to China this Thursday. I'm doing 8 different shows.
Watch out, they don't sick a hawk on you or something.
I'm very excited about that. For first time ever in China. I've been to Japan. I've been to Korea. I've been to Singapore.
You said that like it's just that's
but I've
a
never
little
been-
different.
I've never been to
A little
China,
different.
but I'm excited. So how are you doing? What's going on with you?
Are you going to Mongolia?
No, I'm not. I'm
I don't
stay here.
fucking give a fuck. Then.
But you're going to Pennsylvania.
I am going to Pennsylvania.
Like Mongolia in
Yes.
some parts.
There's probably a couple Mongolian beef
Right.
over there, and I'm doing a little East Coast weekend over there.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing a Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, you're
check
gonna
out
go
the
out.
Amish,
Yeah,
man.
awesome.
Get
You're
some
gonna go out
shoe
in
fly-
the
get some shoe fly
countryside.
pie over there.
Butter,
We're gonna get all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff over
butter.
there. Yeah, we're gonna get wood.
Craftsman furniture.
Handmade,
Water ice.
churned. Ooh.
You just want a water ice. We're gonna have a water ice, and we're gonna have. Then I'm going to where I'm going.
Jersey.
To Gary Chonin's
Hershey
place.
Park?
Oh, you're gonna get some.
Hershey.
You're gonna get some Arn. Some Arn.
Who's
yeah,
that?
Arn beer. Yeah.
I don't know what.
Gotta go down to John Eggle.
I don't know what.
Get
that
yourself
one-
some Arn. Go get put some Jimmy's on your ice cream.
Oh, that's in the fucking Philadelphia.
Pittsburgh.
Now you're excited now. Have you ever hooked up with any
Yins
Philly
and
girls?
yins.
Philly girls. Did I ever hang with Yins Philly girls? I probably have. I can't think of.
They're rough. I mean, if they want you, they're going to take you.
They have that accent. for
Just
sure.
hit you with them brass
They
knuckles.
can have me, Boha.
Yes.
They can have me. I'm open.
I actually was pretty vocal media-wise when I was fighting in Jersey last year, I think it was.
Who'd you fight?
Rothwell. And I'm like, yo, I really want some Yinzer to come up and just barrage me with fucking jumpers and whatever, just all the shit that they say. I don't care if I know what it is or anything. I just think it's hilarious.
I do kind of
kinda
miss
awesome.
those East Coast women. I mean, now that I'm married, I don't miss it that much. But the East Coast women, like, if they like you, like, it's not like out here.
They
It's
don't
sort of
pussyfoot around.
They
Yeah.
play
No.
hard to get.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
No,
like,
they
I want to
put
bang
Tenactin
you.
on those pussyfoots. They make sure they're nice and
they're
ready to
ready.
go.
They're ready for that.
What about you, Josh? Are you dating anybody or?
No, not as such. I'm just out kind of doing my thing. But I remember the first time I was ever really in New York, and I'm just walking down the street. There's this gorgeous lady coming the other way. I kind of glance up and look at her. She just dead on, just bing, bing, bing. I'm like, fuck, man. There's like no kidding around here. It's like if they think. If
So
they
what?
like
What
they
did
see-
you do?
I was like, holy shit. Well, one, I had a girlfriend, so I wasn't going to do nothing. But
Well, it should have been me.
but-
I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Especially if she was Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. She did kind of seem Puerto Rican, actually. But so I'm walking, I'm like, holy shit. So I turn around to be like, did she really do that? She fucking turns back, gives me a smile, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. It's a whole
Direct.
I think they may be the most aggressive women in the world.
And the next one threw a knife at me. That's how I know it was love.
What's the worst? Wait, what's the worst accent out of all those one?
Boston.
I was just gonna
Boston.
fucking say
Boston
that.
It's retarded.
Boston.
It's good.
Retarded.
Like a douchebag hub.
I like hearing a guy talk like that. It's funny to me, but when you see a fine-looking girl, she has that
I
accent,
like that.
Really?
But I'm
not
from
that one.
I don't
That could
mind
kill a
it.
boner so
That
quick.
one,
Yeah.
that one is hard. You know what else is hard? Illinois. Like,
Chicago.
Like
Yeah,
my
Felice.
mom.
Felice,
I went to
yeah.
my mom's house and passion fruit,
Yeah.
iced tea. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
No,
Passion.
I think Australian is my favorite.
That's
Australian.
cute. That's cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
British.
Australian's pretty nice.
South American
All
are
that
pretty
shit
good.
is nice. But all the American ones in that fucking, those harsh, no.
I got to tell you, now, normally people probably wouldn't say German, right? But I used to date this German girl. Oh, gorgeous. And she would speak German in this kind of like this low, sultry voice. Oh,
I could enjoy
fuck.
that. I could enjoy that.
It sounded like a total different language. And then, she could scream at me, and I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll put it back. Sorry.
I'll put it back. Oh, all right.
Now, Andrew, your
What
girl's
she
moving,
says.
right?
My girl is moving.
Now
Minnesota.
They've been together for how long?
no.
And you've been together for how long?
2 years. Yeah.
She's moving away from
Is she
you.
going to prison?
No, her dad bought her a condo in Minnesota. and
Because he's trying to get her the fuck away.
Yeah.
from
She's
the
like,
likes of you.
ugh. You still dating that
He
fucking
said, "Listen, I'll buy you a
creep?
fucking condo. I'll do anything."
I feel like that's what's kind of happening.
Is that what's
Like,
happening?
You still
Really?
dating this guy? I'm like, I'm doing all right. I'm like,
And-
I'm doing okay.
So what are you gonna do?
We're gonna try the long distance thing, and
Why you're bumming us out?
I don't.
man.
I personally was against it, but she wants to try it. So I think,
Why
out
you-
of like respect to we've been dating, I'm like, I'll give it a shot for a little bit, but
But open kind of don't ask, don't tell, or
no.
Oh no, just you can be
Yeah,
faithful and
yeah,
jerk yourself off.
Jerk yourself
I will
to
be.
sleep.
while you're crying.
Who's
I
getting
work a lot, so it's like she'll visit once a month.
Is she taking the dog or no?
Oh, once a
my
month.
dog.
Boom.
That's your dog.
cool. I could sustain that.
No, she's very cute. I met her.
having
I mean,
sex
how old is she?
once.
She's younger.
My girlfriend's 25.
Nice.
Yeah,
What do you? I mean, has it ever worked long distance?
Wait, how old are you?
I'll be 32 in like a week.
not some shit I would do.
It's not bad.
Really? What? No. If you were him, what would you do, Josh?
Well, for one, okay, there's a lot of fucking context to all of this that I am not privy to. So if I'm him, I can't make that kind of declaration. Not
But you
honestly.
are him in this fantasy.
Well, first thing I do is I'd cut that fucking hair.
Wait a second. He look gorgeous.
That had nothing to do with. All right. So you cut the hair.
I'm gonna let us see the locks.
Yeah, all right. Let him flow.
That's
Let
the
him
first-
flow. Come on. Someone needs the condition.
All right. He does look
All
like
right.
Rosie
He looks
O'Donnell.
like,
Rosie O'Donnell.
A young, what's his name? He said Rosie O'Donnell.
There's so many.
No.
The show is coming back.
A young Jim Belushi.
Topical. It's topical.
Jim Belushi.
All right. Go on.
I'll put it
Wait,
back
who?
on.
No, leave the hair because this is part of the process.
Oh,
So
dye
that's
it blonde and be Adrian Adonis.
That's the. All right.
No, okay.
All right,
so
go
here's the thing. I can't speak for what she.
Simmons in what's the movie with-
Runaway
Yeah.
More like Richard Simmons.
with his heat-seeking bullets
Yeah. There was a movie on
and his little bugs.
science fiction. Forget it. Gene
Hair's
Simmons was
dope.
the bad guy.
Hair's good.
Hair is not bad. When you
have
don't
long
have it,
hair.
you miss it.
Was dope too, because,
Runaway was fucking dope. It had Gene
what's his
Simmons
name
and
from Magnum PI?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Was the heroes of
Yeah.
futuristic.
All right. So first thing you do is cut the hair. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is,
So okay.
I like.
a long distance relation. I mean, some people I know people that have made them work, and for me, it's not just about getting a regular piece of ass, although that's important. It is about the. I mean, I think it can be healthy. It can be good. It can be a good measuring
But
stick in terms
Minnesota,
of.
California.
Well, I mean, fuck it, whatever. I mean, anywhere you hang your hat can be your home, honestly. But the biggest thing is like adversity is where you find out what kind of relationship you have. So if there is a possibility for you and this girl to go further, like all the way to Adamland, then by going through some shit like this is the way you figure it out.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. I don't know. We'll see.
The way I look at it, if it's
Her sister just had a baby, so she, like, and
Is it yours?
the dad left.
Nice.
So like,
I
she's gonna
I've
help
been
out her
there.
sister. It's like a
Oh,
family.
you've
thing.
been there. What? You left?
Yo.
You've been the dad.
I know what he's going through.
Oh, what? Did your dad
Are you
leave?
gonna be my brother-in-law
I
one
mean,
day?
I was well, I could be. I don't know how fine is the girl.
So do you think it's gonna work?
Yeah.
I personally I don't. But here's the problem. If she's going away for like a year to go to school or a couple, then you go, okay, this is worth it. Well,
No,
I don't go like that, but people who
She's
want a
planting her
relationship,
feet there. Yeah.
Then if it's like an indefinite thing, what? He's gonna just have that for fucking ever? Come on.
Well, I'll tell you,
That's how I feel. I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
what the hell? I'm like, it's going pretty good
if
here.
if you guys are on this,
tapering off.
yeah, if you guys are on the same page, then I think that no matter whether it's 1 year, 2 years, or whatever, then it will meet itself back up where it needs to be. Two really close friends of mine, Amir and Kathleen, they both for their PhDs
Amir.
had to be in different parts of the country. One was in Chicago, the other one was in Alaska, and they would find their ways to meet.
Amir, the
here
guy
and
that
there.
fought Gary Goodrich. Is that Amir?
No. Amir Hanavar.
Oh,
Yeah, no, this is Amir Alam.
Amir Hanavar. Do you know that story about him fighting Gary Goodrich?
wait, he like took acid the week before or
Yeah,
something.
well, no. Check this out. So
And then he believed he was fighting Gary Goodrich.
No, this is crazy.
Turns out he was.
He goes to Pride to Japan to fight Gary Good. To fight some dude in Pride, and then the fight is off because the guy's injured. Somehow the guy pulled out of the fight.
Yeah.
So then he's pissed off. He don't know what to do. He made it all the way to Japan. Then he's in some kind of casino shit area. And then he's like, fuck it, let's do some mushrooms or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
Oh yeah, you used to be able to buy mushrooms on the street in Japan.
So he did some mushroom, and then the promoter comes up and finds him while he's fucked up on one, and he have Gary Goodhitch with him, and he go, Amir, we got an opponent for you. It's fine. While he's tripped out on fucking. So now he gotta fight this guy very soon the next day, and he said he was still having the effects when they had the stare down, in the press shit, and he said that
Gary Goodrich's head is just like elongating.
He ended up getting knocked out by Gary Goodrich.
Yeah, after Gary went woo.
But Gary Goodhitch afterwards told him, because he didn't know about the mushrooms, he said, you was like the first guy I looked at and I was kind of scared. I looked in your eyes and I thought you was out of your fucking mind.
Hey, well, you know what?
He didn't know about that.
But you know what? During that fight, he was getting hit by Gary and talking shit the whole time. Like, he was just getting pounded. He's like, you ain't so bad. It doesn't hurt. Like, I watched that fight and I was like, this dude's insane. This was my first coach, MMA coach. It was this guy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, me on mushrooms, I might get scared by a siren that's outside. I'm not trying to fight Gary Goodhitch.
My favorite Gary Goodrich story is when he goes to Brazil and they tell him no rules, and he gets there like, hey, you.
Well,
can't,
they say you can't you can't hit the balls.
Well, they said you can't headbutt, you can't bite, and he was so angry about that because he wanted.
You can't bite?
Yeah, because he wanted to bite and headbutt. So he said in the middle of the fight, he goes up against the cage, he removes the guy's cup, grabs the guy's balls and squeezes.
Well, he
as hard
reaches
as he can.
inside the guy's. Oh, so it was like no groin strikes.
That's legal.
So he reached in the guy's pants.
Oh my goodness.
He stroked him a little bit,
Yeah.
but he'd already spit on his hand, so he's kind.
Got him a little excited.
So now the guy's like, okay, cool, man. This guy's he's he's considerate. And then it was like, and then this fucking arm wrestling world champion grabs this dude's junk.
And the guy taps, and the whole crowd starts booing.
What organization?
Because there's no finish.
What organization? Unhappy.
It's a double entendre. Yeah.
But yeah, that was hilarious. He goes, and I asked him about it. He goes, yeah, I squeezed nuts and made peanut butter. That's like his go-to line.
Yeah.
Well, look. Here's the thing.
Creamy nut butter.
Who fucking thinks? You know what I should do right now in this fight?
Yeah.
I'd stick my hand in this guy's crotch and grab his fucking dick, grab his balls.
Gary's a little,
Maybe he's definitely an odd cat. I mean, I've known Gary a long time. I'm glad that he is odd.
But
yeah, I've never. I wouldn't even think to squeeze somebody's. I mean, maybe get a hold of one testicle and tear that fucker off. But I'm not gonna sit down there and try to test my grip strength.
But back in the day when Kerr was fighting and those guys, I mean, they were digging.
Kerr?
Mark Kerr. They were putting their chins in people's wounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fine.
were we doing stuff like that?
Why not?
If possible, yeah.
Absolutely, that's fine.
Hanada, what was this craziest thing you ever done in a fight?
Involving a bloody gash.
Oh God! The crazy thing I ever did in a fight. I blew up. Nah, I don't know. I can't think of that one.
Didn't you stop a guy's heart
I might have.
and then restart it?
I stomp a guy's chest. I stomp his heart out.
What about on Sesame Favela? Any fights?
Sesame Favela. There was a lot of stuff. That was the old days.
The fur was flying.
Anything was to go at that point. Grovino.
Yeah.
I got some pictures to show you on that one. But back to the ball stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You remind me, I posted a one the other day on Instagram. Gene Hackman was grabbed that guy in Mississippi Barney. You remember?
I don't.
That's
But
nice.
all right.
It's a good one.
It's a good ball grab?
Good ball
All right,
grab.
as far as ball grabs are going.
Look on my Instagram, Renato_Laranja. You can watch. I just put that scene where he said, "You don't go mistaking me for some whole other body."
Well, I had a show last night. I had two shows last night. First, the Dime Bar.
Whose balls you grab?
Well, it was one of those things. I'm on stage, and there were these three girls in the crowd, and it was a good crowd, but these three hot women, but one of them had their back to me on their phone the whole time.
Come on.
That's a no-no.
Nothing
That's a party
is so
foul for real.
annoying.
Yeah,
And then the
why
other
be
one-
there?
Oh, good.
Yeah. And so I'm on stage, and at first I'm making fun. I'm like, oh, I bet you love it doggy style. Kind of.
'Cause she's behind.
Yeah, kind of making jokes about it, or talking about how the kids these days. But then the girl was like, well, I don't find you funny. And then so I go to the crowd. Who here finds me funny? Everyone's like, woo. So I'm like, you've been rounded off, right? And then I got them back, but they got me because the girl was continued to be rude, and I kind of lost it. I lost my cool a little bit. Like they say.
Did you Michael Richards her?
No, I didn't
yeah.
do that.
Was she black?
No, she was white.
What did he say? I can't even remember what Michael Hitchens said.
Oh,
What did
yeah,
he say?
He said, "You bad person, you're so stupid."
Is that what he said?
I forgot what he said. So, but then I had another show at the Ha right afterwards. That's the good thing about comedy. Fighting, you have a bad night at comedy. At fighting, you have to wait 6 months, a year, 2 years.
For you, it could be another 5 minutes.
Yeah. Basically, you're like, I have another show in an hour. I'm like, okay.
You just fuck it up all over again.
I'm like, let me learn from this. Let me learn from this. Keep
You
my
mean to keep you cool?
I was already kind of in a bad mood from other shit that went down.
Yeah.
So I go there, and the crowd's good, and I go, oh, there were these two girls with some other girl who has short hair. So I'm like, oh, are you a lesbian? And it's a guy, and he's like, no, and I'm like, great. So
But but
you do like women.
And so that
Yeah. So then got a lot in common.
Or not.
So then I was like, but he was a good sport. They were fun. But it reminded me of a time I was on a cruise ship, and there was a
And you hit an iceberg.
but there was a guy. There was a guy in a tank top with another guy, and I'm like, oh, sir, sorry that I guess that tank top didn't come with muscles or something, right? Okay. And then he goes, it was a girl. so then he's like, so the boyfriend was like, that's a woman. And I go, oh, no, I meant the guy behind you, but there was no one behind them. So
but everybody thought you was a genius comedian.
Everybody turned around. There was no one there.
Then he jumped off the stage. He was gone. Just disappeared like the fucking shadow.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Wow.
But that's
goodness.
but anyway, it was okay. So
Well, so you didn't insult like a party of black women this time?
no.
A hot air balloon.
No, absolutely not.
By the way, speaking of Pride,
Yes.
this used to be where the headquarters of Pride USA was.
You mean Pride Festival quarters?
In this building?
Yeah, in this
Really?
building. Yeah,
That makes me feel better about my job
I used to
now.
come up here and sit in,
Florida.
and I don't remember, but I used to sit in their
Florida.
office and listen to how they were gonna just fuck everything up and not really do their job and be a part of the whole process that led it into its demise. So they were doing a great job.
Cool.
I would say.
Okay.
Are you okay, buddy?
Who's the guy
What is
that
your
you-
thing with your? What's the
I'm
problem?
not okay. Every time I do this fucking show, they give me the mic that only goes to here.
Okay.
And I'm one of the taller people that was on the fucking thing.
All right,
Josh, who's the
all
guy
right.
in Pride that you wish you would have fought? Anybody?
Fyodor. I mean, that would have been the big fight.
I thought that was going to happen a couple times.
Yeah, it could have. Could have.
Could still
Do you
happen.
still want to fight him or no?
I don't really like. I don't have like a personal drive, desire. Like, oh, I gotta fight him. But I like to fight him just because I like him, and in a way, that's maybe that seems a little weird and morbid. That you're like, oh, you really like that guy, so you want to punch him in the face.
But beating
But
Fedor
just-
right
but
now-
the-
slap me in the chest earlier because you always wanted to.
But I
slap
didn't
me
grab
in
your
the
balls
chest.
yet.
True,
So
but that's math.
just because he's a legend, he's awesome, and just to compete against him is somewhat akin to, in some ways, competing with him. And so, we both get glory out of being in the ring like that. To me, like going out there and going into battle with someone is about as high of an accomplishment as you can do. So I would love it, but it's not like I want to kick his ass or blah, blah,
Right.
blah. I just, I really respect him. He's an amazing warrior, and we're both athletes in this sport. So in that sense, sure, would love to fight him. But he's in Bellator, I'm in UFC.
Well, Bellator signed Frank Mir. Is that what you think that fight that's going to go? It's going to be Mir versus Fedor?
If they're smart, yeah. I mean, you got two guys that are long in the tooth, but with a great. What?
I always like that.
He just thinks of walruses.
No, I always like that expression. Always make me laugh for some reason.
No.
To call somebody fucking long in the truth.
Yeah, like Dracula.
Well, yeah. Or Nosferatu. More like
So,
because he have that
The,
one
in
like
the
that.
front,
Yeah.
the
Well, he
the
have
double
the
the buck tooth fangs.
I like that one.
I guess
Did
meth
you
heads
saw-
are short in the tooth.
Did you?
All right, go on.
Did you saw that movie, that New Zealand one?
I fucking knew you were gonna. Yes, what we do in shadows.
Yeah. And the guy Steven or whatever, yeah, that fucking guy.
That movie had me dying on an airplane.
Check that movie though. It's called
What we do in
the
shadows. It is
It's like a fake
awesome.
documentary about these fucking
These four vampires living in an apartment
Zealand.
or in a house all together.
You need a job.
I do got a job. This is the one you're gonna have to start.
Hey, he's on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right, go on. So Fedor. Who
what was
wins?
it, Movie
so
Geek?
Who wins, Mir or Fedor? Mir. Frank Mir.
He sound like he's
Fyodor.
a fan.
Fyodor wins.
Fedor.
Really?
Yeah,
Who's
punches.
father?
Even after what happened with
Like
Mitrione?
Dostoevsky.
Yeah,
What?
Read a
Because
book.
he has hard-
Yes.
Even what happened.
Yes,
with,
yes.
I like I prefer Yakov Smirnov.
even what happened with Mitrione.
Well, yes. I mean, Mir has punching ability.
Amir?
But I just I don't see him. I think Fyodor lights him up. I just think he's got quicker hands and he's a heavier hitter. Frank's often kind of slow out the gate, and I just
Did he ever connect with you, Amir?
I don't recall him ever really hitting me.
That fight was kind of a
Pretty
wipeout.
fast,
You
right?
remember that?
Yeah.
Kind of a,
Yeah, it was
They kinda
like
huffed
2
him up.
minutes, and that was it.
Remind me of like a hockey, just
Yeah.
up against the fucking thing.
There was a bit of that. Give me your money.
bullying. Yeah, it looked like a bully
We
fight.
needed the
It
glass.
was one of the opening scenes in RoboCop when RoboCop finally shows up. Basically,
Now you said Crow Cop hit you the hardest, right?
oh yeah, that guy can fucking hit. Why are you laughing? You know what?
just
Scene, you know what I'm talking about? The two
just-
thugs. I guess.
All right, so this week is the biggest event. They're calling it the biggest event in combat.
We're talking about
sports.
LFA, which I am going to
Yes, that is
commentate
exactly
this
what
Friday
Yes, we're talking about
in Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
Yeah, so
Oh shit!
Yes.
Everybody is talking about this.
get
Bob,
tickets for her
Bobby
family.
Lee is fighting. He's
Everybody.
5-1. No, we're talking about the biggest. They're calling it the biggest event in combat sports history.
is.
I don't believe it's the biggest event in combat sports history.
I think it is.
You think this is bigger than?
the big-
No,
spectacle.
it's big now for sure.
It's enormous.
It's a big spectacle.
You think it's bigger than Ali Frazier?
Well, I think back in Ali Frazier, there was no like social media. Like, there's this inflation of eyes. That's really what I think.
It's
it
not
was.
better than Ali Frazier, but
No,
maybe it's
no.
more of a.
Well,
of a
the fight
presence.
has to happen.
Yeah.
So we can't really. I mean, this could
But
be
it's cool.
an amazing fight. Could
You
be.
think it's the biggest event in combat sports history?
No.
What do you think's bigger?
I'd say the super fight was bigger, which was Hearns and I'm sorry, Hagler and Leonard.
But how do we gauge this? By eyeballs? Because eyeballs is probably
Eyeballs
gonna be
and
the
revenue
biggest
is what they're
apple.
basing it
Eyeballs
off
and
of.
revenue are. I mean, you have
It's
to
always
scale
gonna
it.
inflate.
You got to scale it back to the era that you compare apples to apples as best as you can. But there's more people in the world now. There's more connectivity with the internet. It's not fucking fair, right?
But this would be like if Chuck Norris took on like Marvin Hagler.
But like Joe Louis, Max Schmeling. Was
That's
that
another one.
That's massive.
That was a massive fight.
big.
Schmeling.
But that was
the rematch.
Nazis
Wait,
versus-
Schmeling won the first one. No, he lost that one. It was
No, Schmeling.
Won the first, lost the second.
Schmeling won the first. Yeah.
Oh man, Joe Louis. That's one of my favorites of all time.
Something
The
else.
brown bomber.
but, like,
he's fucking incredible.
He was
one of the
light-skinned
only
too.
things I ever.
He's
I used to always take a photo with that statue in the MGM.
Yeah, he was something else, the brown bomber.
Well, whether or not it's the biggest, it's arguable.
It's massive. It's a big deal. Yeah.
Now, here's my prediction. The fight starts off.
Hold on,
McGregor's-
everybody. Here we go.
McGregor's gonna throw huge bombs in the first and second. A lot of oohs and ahs.
Okay.
Maybe he lands one or two, but nothing flush. Okay. By the third, fourth, fifth, then we start seeing the difference in skill. By the sixth or seventh, Mayweather takes him out via strikes. Too many strikes. Gets hit too much.
You think he takes him out?
Takes him out. They're gonna stop it
Interesting.
based on like he's gonna be against the rope, and Mayweather's gonna throw 30 punches in a row. Fight's gonna be over.
I
Not
think
bad.
it's going to go fifth or sixth round after McGregor having some difficulty really landing clean on McGregor, who's so hard, or Mayweather, who's so hard to hit. His defense is incredible, so fantastic. And the thing is, other lefties have tried to really lay it on him and have not been successful. People that are probably more likely going to throw double the volume that McGregor will over this fight, over the 6 rounds, and they still don't hit him. And they all have punching power too, like a Pacquiao. But Alvarez is not a lefty, but he can certainly hit. Or is he a lefty? I don't recall.
No, I think he's not.
Canelo.
Canelo.
No,
But that guy can fucking bang, right?
He can.
Couldn't
He can.
didn't hit him with the shot
not
to put
the
him
same,
down.
not exactly the same size. Canelo's a small guy, smaller.
Yeah, but I mean, all he does is box. I mean, when it comes to chunking them and smashing someone with a fist, I mean, he's
McGregor is boxing. I think he said.
So what's your prediction, Renato?
I'm gonna go on the limbs over here.
you go out on those limbs.
No, okay. So obviously, look, everybody know the
Fifth or sixth TKO exhaustion.
The smarter thing is to say, of course,
Mayweather.
Mayweather.
But definitely don't do what's smart.
Okay.
Don't do that.
But no, I'm saying, but for me, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I believe you might think I'm crazy. I think that he actually have a chance to win by a knockout.
You think so? No, forget about chance. What's your prediction on what's going to happen?
What are you doing over here? Get out of there.
What's your prediction on what's going to happen?
He's a cop. Get that shit out of here.
He'd be the worst cop.
No, I got.
I have a story for that.
I got McGregor winning 343 of the third round by knockout TKO.
That could be a bit difficult.
Yeah,
You think
343, huh?
McGregor is going to win
How much?
a 3-minute round?
Maybe 43 seconds.
These are
too?
3-minute round?
Yeah.
No,
It's boxing.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad. We're gonna go.
So during the break, he's going to go punch him?
We're gonna go
He's not gonna answer the bell.
late third
Late
round.
third round, McGregor.
Yeah.
Are you putting any money on this?
Yeah.
How much?
Probably $100
All right.
because the payoff is
pay-per-view
the
buy?
payoff. The payoff is worth it.
I'll tell you what. If you're gonna put money out there, the only person worth betting on
Yeah.
is McGregor.
No, I got people betting me straight up.
Or
No, that's
to
stupid.
bet like specific things like Mayweather in the
Prop
fifth or
bets,
by
yeah.
yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing that I don't agree with most people that I know that are smart about boxing think that he's gonna knock Conor.
346 in the third, huh?
Yeah. But he
I
think
just want to
that
make sure I get this correct.
he thought Conor.
Go on. Come on, man. We're on TV now.
Yeah, I know. What,
All right, go
Let's
on.
class this up.
We're not
'cause it's
just
worked
on
so well
TV.
for us.
We're not just on TV. We're on Pluto TV.
Yes, it's not just
Okay.
TV.
Right.
So, but I do not believe that Mayweather knock out Conor. I do not believe that, or TKO. I don't believe. I believe outclass, fine, but to knock him out, I don't know about
Andrew, what's your thought?
I don't know. I've been thinking about this like crazy. I'm leaning towards Connor.
Come on.
I am. I think he's a little weird. I think he's a little big.
So are you, but that doesn't mean but you're not beating him.
But I didn't knock out Eddie Alvarez or anyone else. Like I don't have that style. He's got great hands. I think his movement will throw Floyd off. I also can see the fight turning into any other Floyd fight.
So what's
after the first couple rounds, Floyd kind of running away and not getting hit.
So your prediction is?
I'll go Connor KO in the fourth. Yeah.
I love it.
I met you.
I've never rooted against Floyd ever. I'm not rooting against him.
This is proof.
I'm picking against him. I'm not.
No, I met you
I'm
at Justin Fortune's gym.
Yep.
Have you trained with pro boxers?
Yeah.
Which ones have you trained with?
What's that Armenian dude that was over there? He was a
Oh, yeah, he was good.
very good.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy that
Gennady Golovkin.
no, the guy that that Edmund trained for a second, for a couple fights, but then he kept getting knocked out. He was like that.
Edmund trained him and he got knocked
No,
out.
he was good. Vic Tarshinian, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Vic Tarshinian. Now, how did you do against Vic Tarshinian?
Not great. I did all right. I didn't get knocked out or anything. I was thrown in there as like a.
But you had 50
as a
pounds
round
on him,
guy,
right?
As a round guy. I was like 170 at the time.
And he fought at 135.
35, 140. Yeah.
And you didn't do very well.
Did all right. Like I said, I'm not Conor McGregor,
different.
and Conor's got great hands. It's like
Conor is good,
You
he
can't
does.
compare my life to Conor's life. It's like I'm more of an analyst, kind of step back type of guy.
You were still a pro fighter.
Yeah.
With 9 wins.
Yeah.
Who's the best boxer you ever trained with, Josh?
I would say Joe Hanks. He was ranked 20th in the world, something like that, heavyweights. I used to train. Well, I have a boxing coach. I've had boxing coaches for a while. Most for the last few fights, I was working with Jamal Mustafa, and
Jamal Mustafa.
and he trains Joe Hanks and his other big guy that he was working with.
And how did you do against Joe
The
Hanks?
other guy, Chom Hank.
Was Prince Charles.
Oh yeah, Prince Charles
Marl.
Williams.
Prince Charles Martin.
Oh.
Who won an NABO title?
What
and
about
then
Prince
an
Rogers
IBF or IBO title? He fought Joshua for a title fight.
Who the fuck is Joshua?
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, you mean Anthony Joshua? I thought you just meant the guy.
Not this Joshua.
first
No.
name Joshua.
But no, I mean
Joshua's
those
big.
guys. They're I mean Charles is 6'7" lefty. Not super fast. Plays long, and he's not. But his straight left is fucking heavy. Puts it on the point.
But you were the UFC champion, and when you sparred against pro boxers, a guy ranked 20th in the world. How did you do?
I did pretty good. I mean for the most part, I've been boxing a while, and Joe would come in and help me prep for my fight. I've helped him prep for his stuff. I've been Charles' sparring partner as well. And so we get in there and we go round after round after round after round. I also would spar this other kid that was a Romanian Olympian. It was like 270 and 6'7",
What
and
was
so
he an Olympian at?
boxing. Oh yeah, I know, right?
No, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
did the floor
Shuffleboard,
Curling.
rhythmic gymnastics.
Curling.
ribbon.
Yeah, he didn't stand a chance.
Chopping and locking. I don't know what the fuck this Romanian guy.
But like, so Stipe called out Anthony Joshua.
Oh God, everybody's gonna call out everybody.
Of course.
Do you think Stipe's got a shot?
Not really.
That's not gonna happen.
No,
Why not?
really.
This thing's gonna
Well,
do
for one,
millions.
he's the UFC champ. They're not letting any fucking champion.
He's gonna have a
so
range.
is
Actually,
McGregor.
yeah, that's true.
That's
That's
different.
true.
I think
So
it's
is
very
Conor.
different.
You have a point. You have a point. McGregor used that. He went after it in the way that Nick was trying to before, with getting licensed as a boxing as a boxer, which then brings in the Ali Act, which brings in some, which then gets into combat with those UFC contracts. And then there was no way of really stopping him. And so, yeah, maybe Stipe could make something like that happen.
This thing
I
makes
think they don't have the same.
Boxers aren't really that hyped to go and make this happen, though.
But this thing makes $200 billion.
Hold on. Anthony Joshua and Stipe Miocic.
not the same
No.
stuff.
And I think Stipe's
Stipe's great.
And Anthony Joshua is a killer boxer.
Both of those guys is great.
500,000 buys, maybe.
Look, both
Maybe.
of those guys is great.
Maybe.
Both
Just
of
from the
those
UFC
guys.
fans.
If Stipe fought a Klitschko, that'd be a different story.
He's called out Klitschko too. He's calling out everybody.
They're retired
both of them.
and rich
come
as fuck.
And dating like celebrities.
I can't
and
believe,
shit.
by the way, Vladimir bangs Haley, whatever her name
Why
is.
can't you believe
That girl is so tiny. I
why.
met her at a party. I'm not going to say the guy's name because he was so wasted. In
Could have
Hollywood,
just
this
said that
actor.
and not say that he was wasted, but whatever.
Oh, it was, that's true. Yeah, I could have. But this guy he comes up to me at some point. He's like, hey, I used to do Aikido. And I'm like, okay.
Sensei Seagal.
Where is this conversation? No, it was not. Where is this conversation going? He's like, yeah, I used to train. I'm like, well, it's good to do martial arts.
Martial arts is great.
But yeah, I ran into her there at this party, and she was like,
Yeah, she's tiny.
I'm like, holy shit. I go,
But
hey,
that don't always translate to the
Vagina.
to this. Some of the skinny little. Tiny
That he's
girls.
right. Sometimes you get these little girls like 5'2", and you're like, what the? Like, was Shaq in here before me? Like,
Yeah, and you could get a big girl, and then it's tight.
Yeah.
You don't know this thing.
That's true.
I wasn't even going to make I wasn't even going to make a guess on the.
Well, what else are we talking
depth
about here?
of-
Yeah, like the depth and
You're
width
talking
of
about
her
for holding
vagina.
hands purposes?
I don't.
Going to
Look,
the-
all I'm saying is that he's
Going
a
to the
very
hot air
big
balloon?
He's like 250 pounds. All right.
Black hot air balloon.
Regardless of the size of his schlong, that's a lot of dude on top of a little girl. Unless it's the
Did
other.
you see Tiger Woods? His dick pic got released today.
No, he have a
I didn't look for
he
it.
have a-
I usually don't, track down
all over Twitter.
celebrity
Yeah,
dick
but
pics.
It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Speaking of which,
It's pretty big.
It's even bigger when he wraps it in hundreds.
Yeah, somebody hacked the Lindsey Vonn.
I saw
Who's
the
Lindsey
the
Vonn?
tweet.
That was his girlfriend. She's an Olympian swimmer. It was his girlfriend. And then so there's all these nude pictures of her.
an artist did.
And now
Myself.
Tiger's. But yeah, he's pretty big. I mean,
I like how it's got
he's
the
not
Caddyshack
hard.
reference.
I don't think he's that.
It wasn't hard.
No, I don't think he's that hard.
He didn't
But,
pump up before he got out there. He didn't wrap a rubber
He
band
just put
around
out a
it.
flaccid
You
one.
never
just-
know.
I've never
Or he
sent a
put the
dick
grip
pic.
tape that they put on the whatever.
I've never sent a dick pic in my life. You, Andrew?
What's that?
You never seen a dick pic?
I've
in
never
your life?
sent
Sent a dick pic, he
Oh,
said.
Have you ever sent one to a chick?
Are you serious or no?
Yeah.
That's all he does send.
No, I'm
It's,
just saying,
it's the
like-
only side worth sending, I guess.
They requested sometime and you send that one.
You're not worried about like.
you want
the
to
fuck
you want to
is-
see my little
don't-
soldier's helmet? You
wanna-
see my little
you wanna
my little
put-
knight?
You just don't put your fucking face on there. That's all.
Yeah.
You don't go like.
I don't know. I just
Whatever. I mean, don't do it then.
Josh sends them, right?
Oh yeah, that's all I'm
All
going
the
for.
time.
By the way, how was the Metallica concert?
The Metallica concert was fantastic. It was great, and it was Rose Bowl. It was fucking awesome. Hell of a show. Gojira played. They're also amazing.
Gojira.
Yeah, they're from France.
And there's a Godzilla reference?
You'd think so. Yeah, it is kind of in like an ecological sense.
Okay, I don't
But-
even know. Okay.
But and
there a mosh
the
pit?
very next. Yeah, well, Metallica's a little old for mosh pits. They're not really. They don't. Although at the Palladium show that they played after the Emmys that night, there was a mosh pit at that one.
Did you go in it?
I was on the edge. my fighter Victor. But
Wait,
Vic Henry.
oh, the other one. Okay.
And then I will give you a story about me taking Victor Webster to Guar.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
Then the very next night, Every Time I Die played the Constellation Room at the Observatory, which is in the Observatory is a decent sized venue, and they have the Constellation Room, which is a little tiny spot, holds
That's where
maybe
the shitty people, the constellation.
Constellation. The Constellation Room holds maybe 150 people. And they played 2 45-minute sets back to back. It was one of the fucking best shows I have ever been on. No, well, hardcore punk metal band, and I threw like 30 people off of the stage that night.
No way.
Yeah.
Now,
Just picked them up and chucked them.
Really?
Yeah. This one chick.
one chick.
This one chick,
No,
a
come
little
on.
tiny blonde girl, is like, all right, let's break the record here. And I fucking launched that girl near the ceiling tiles. And then she comes up again with a beer in her hand. He goes, do it. Let's do it again. And keeps this fucking beer from spilling as she's flying throughout the air.
Now, you're not worried about someone suing you for this?
Fuck no.
No?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Swim for what?
Have you ever gotten in a fight at one of these concerts?
No. However, if I am going to get into a fight, it's probably going to be at a hardcore show from some idiot spinning around, throwing fucking, karate in the
hate
pit.
that stuff,
and
man.
guys will try to
I
like
love
cheap
mosh
shot you on the edge.
Of course they do that.
The only time I've ever been like rammed in the back over and over again is at a hardcore circle pit. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, fuck, get out of my spine. Jesus. But I have knocked some dudes. Yeah, some dudes have created a little bit of pit beef by being dumb. And I'll come find them. Coming the other way, hit them with the little flipper right in the chin, boof, on the floor, down they go.
Right.
I like that.
When's your next?
But we do pick them up. You don't leave them on the floor. Nobody does.
When's your next fight? Anything coming up?
No, not nothing. I'm having a good time and staying as busy as shit. I was a little late today because put Shayna through a push-pull session in the weight room, and we had to take some meetings with some higher up people because some big shit is going down for her.
Shayna?
Big.
Good for
And
her.
so she is a part of this deal in the WWE right now called the Mae Young Classic. And so there's a massive tournament. I think it's 32 women, wrestlers from all over the world, all competing in this big
Isn't it
tournament.
scripted though?
The fuck you talking about?
What the fuck? Just as if that has anything to do with whether it's big, whether it's impressive, or whether it's hard to do.
I'd like to see you in there.
I'm not gonna be in there. I thought I thought maybe the winner gets to be in the WWE. Is that
What would
is that
his-
type-
what
Even
would
if that was the
his
case, to do a 32 women tournament means you would have to wrestle 5 times in one night,
Yeah.
and fucking that would be grueling to go out there and put it on the line, physically go after each other for 5 fucking different matches, all probably anywhere from 8 to 28 minutes long.
You ever try going after 5 women one day, one
Yes.
night?
Yeah, that's called fail. Go fail,
after the third
fail,
one, forget
fail. Like one of these is finally going to be like, well, you're not the ugliest person I've met.
Oh man, one time. I won't even tell you about the bad luck I had after the. I hosted the Exotic Dancing Awards.
Of course you did.
It was in Vegas.
Yeah.
And
what hotel? Barbary Coast?
I think it was like the Hard Rock or something.
Why is there no air conditioning in this room?
But then they were like,
Because we like to keep you like that.
but they,
hot and moist.
Yeah, bring out the some of
we
the
can turn it up.
but they
purple notes or whatever.
but they said like don't make fun of the strippers. They said don't call them, like don't. They're in the crowd, but I guess Pauly Shore did the year before, and they all beat him up or something, or some crazy shit happened.
That sounds hot.
And people were winning awards like best strip club, small strip club in Texas and like southern, and they were crying like they said we couldn't do
meaningless awards.
Wow.
Best strip club gin and tonic.
it. Yeah, like it was unbelievable. Right.
Peoria, Illinois.
It was like it was.
It's
like,
Bumpies.
it really was like best morning buffet. So anyway, so then this girl.
Sweatiest War Master. Ugh.
So then this afterwards, this girl comes up to me and she's like the hottest chick. It was like years ago. She's like, hey, I want to come. Like, what are you doing afterwards? She's like, want to come with me to Burger King? I'm like, sure. So we go to Burger King, right? And then we go back to my room, and my key doesn't work.
Did you get a chicken sandwich?
I think I got something.
Kept it lean so you wouldn't be
got
burping in your.
something.
So you wouldn't be.
Went to Burger King. I think I got
This
something.
is what he got right here.
Yeah, whiskey dick.
Right when the door didn't open, it was like,
Saltwater.
oh, damn.
But like my key wouldn't work. So then like we had to go back down, and then like the people at the front desk didn't believe my name was Adam Hunter. So because
like Adam
Because
Hunter,
you sound like a
Adam
porn
Hunter.
star
Same Adam
or a
Greenberg,
fucking or a you know what, Adam Hunter. He sounds like a guy from one of those fucking spy flicks, the straight to video. He was in Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Sorry, I said it was scripted. Okay. So anyway, so then it was like, so then we had to go back up, and by that time the chick was like, it didn't. She's like,
Over it.
She was over it, and then she like mooned me and left. And then I went back down and got another girl's number, but then my cell phone broke.
Oh, you have told me this. You've told this story
Yeah,
before.
like,
This is
on the way down
This
there.
is such a tale of whoa. He's just like, oh fuck
And my
this.
cell phone. It was just like it was like 3 girls in a row that my phone died, and
Oh, you know
I gotta
what?
tell you, there's-
Unfortunately, I've heard this story too.
it was horrible.
You
It
know
had
what?
something to do with the comedy condo or something.
no, that was a different.
You
story.
got to be careful about. Well, not careful. It's not about that. But you have a girl, right? You
wife,
guys are
yeah.
hanging out, and things are starting to escalate a little
He's
bit.
married.
Yeah. Oh,
In the
like,
past, this is in general, not you,
right. It's just the guy.
Specifical.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that guy. So, if you don't make the move soon enough,
Oh, yeah.
that moment will hit. It'll peak and it's
Oh, no,
gone.
as a
Gotta
comic-
catch the wave.
Yeah, exactly. You do got to catch a
You
wave.
can't, no half stepping.
As
Yeah,
a
and there have been
comic-
times where I'm like, oh shit, I bet you that girl and I probably would have hooked up, but I was like, oh no, I'm chill. I'm not gonna rush this. I'm not gonna seem like I'm like too eager, and then oof, it's gone. It's like, oh bye. I'm like, oh fuck.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Can we jump to commercial break real quick, guys? While we
Sure, no problem.
Is this something we do now?
this is what we do. We do commercial breaks,
And
and
then
then we
you
gotta
do-
pay bills here.
Yeah, and then I take a piss or what?
You could
We're gonna do an acoustic set
you
while
could
we're off
empty your-
air.
you could-
And we are back. So, yeah, like you were saying, Josh.
so excited.
We're back from commercial break on the
And we
MMA
are back.
roast.
So,
I'm just stuffing fucking
No,
protein
Josh.
bars and shit in my
Josh,
face.
what you were saying was true. What you were saying was true. Like they told us as a
Those
comic.
are delicious.
They told us as comedians, if you meet a girl, always go from the comedy club to the hotel, because hey, listen up, because if you go to like the local bar, the club, you lose your power, because then you're like just that regular jackass at their local bar.
Yeah, if you got no fucking game.
Was that as a fighter? Was that what you like back in Japan? Now back in Japan, were you just was you the man? No. Why?
I had a girlfriend.
no, but the opportunity.
Opportunity.
You could have been the man with the
You could
girls.
have done
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want. He's like
Yeah.
a superhero over there.
Seriously.
Right? They got action figures and all kind of bullshit. Comic book.
No.
Now, do you get a lot of girls like that are New Japan Pro Wrestling fans? Did they hit on you?
You know, I don't think that's a big demographic. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan Pro Wrestling female fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Really?
Go on the.
I'm sure they're there. I'm sure that they exist. Wrestling is not specific. I mean, it is more male centric. That's true, but a ton of female wrestling fans of all types and ethnicities, whatever, from everywhere, all over the world, and especially with a lot of like this Mae Young Classic thing.
I feel like
You're
it's-
fucking obnoxious.
I feel like wrestling keeps getting bigger.
Well, it goes in waves, right? So I think in '96 it was really massive, right? When you
That
had the
was what-
WCW,
Oh, yeah.
WWF wars against each other. But I think it's
Hollywood Hulk Hogan days.
yes.
He have a bet. He have a.
When he went
the
black,
black beard.
When he went black.
Yeah, he have a stable.
Yeah. But I think it's on an upswing right now, like this Mae Young Classic with Shayna Zim. I know one of my
Mae
students,
Young.
Nikki Savoy, Nicole Savoy, and you met her.
Did you ever wrestle against Goldberg?
When I met that one,
After that fight, the one time we were at that pizza joint.
was she attractive for me?
I don't think so. She
you
was
ever-
light
She
skinned.
probably a lesbian.
Did you ever go against Goldberg? You ever wrestle against Goldberg?
I never wrestled against him, but he's a really close friend of mine. So, I mean, we normally just talk cars and shit like that and fighting.
yeah?
But it's on an upswing and stuff like the Mae Young Classic. They got women out there not doing bra and panty matches, but wrestling legit. Like how I remember watching women's wrestling in WWF. In fact, one of my first introductions to Japanese style wrestling were this tag team, the Jumping Bomb Angels, and these girls were fucking just killing people, German suplexing and drop kicks off the top rope and all this. I'm going, holy shit, these girls are going harder than the dudes. And so, it showed that anybody can get out there and fucking throw down.
You ever see that? There's like that pro wrestler that's like a blow up doll in Japan. He's like an actual character.
Yes. That's in a company called DDT. Which
What is that?
It's
They have
they wrestle a blow up doll and they make it look like
They
it's
make
kicking
it
their
look
ass.
like he's. It's
It's
ridiculous.
very clever. Now
It's super clever.
That's like
I don't call
Weasel suit.
stuff like yes, it kind of. I don't call stuff like that. Well, you beat up Bobby Heenan and then you get to put him in the weasel suit. This is they
But
take
it
a
has a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of its own. It makes you to be impossible to take off.
pretty much. It's it's a straight jacket.
If you've
But-
been in Dower,
Yeah, YouTube Bobby Heenan weasel match, but Yoshiko is its name, I think, or something like that. Or it's. I think it is incredibly clever and imaginative what these guys do with this stupid blow up doll. It's making it look like they're getting DDT'd and pile driven. All this stuff. It's nuts.
Right.
It's hilarious.
But
To me, that's not wrestling. It's something similar.
performance
but,
art.
yeah, and I think it's awesome in its own vein.
Right.
To me, I'm a more serious wrestling mark.
No, I hear
I
you.
guess.
There's a lot
To
of
me,
color.
I come from the old school days of wrestling where even though it is predetermined, these are the toughest of the tough. A guy like Dusty Rhodes, you wouldn't know it, but back in his day, he was a real badass dude, and he was an NFL prospect who decided to go into wrestling instead because he thought it'd make him more money.
Wow.
Or guys that were notorious street fighters or Olympic level athletes, they would go into
it
wrestling.
wasn't Haku, right? Wasn't Haku?
That dude's just like, super badass street fighter dude.
what was
just
the
a super-
junkyard dog pedigree?
I don't know. Probably like a little bit of Alaskan Malamute. And
But they said Haku killed a guy with his bare hand or something. Or they,
I don't know if he killed the guy with his bare hand. I mean, I'm sure he broke a coconut in half.
Did you find after you did Impact Wrestling, like more fans came like to your your Twitter and stuff?
Well,
Like,
people didn't know that I had been wrestling since 2002, pro wrestling in Japan. It was all New Japan stuff.
yeah.
And then IGF, Shizanoki. But being on New Impact was useful, but I wanted to go back. I wanted to do more stuff. There's some guys there that were really talented that I thought I could really have some great matches with. But then, like Drew McIntyre, he went over to WWE. I was in NXT. A couple other guys dipped out. But Bobby's still there, and I would love to, anytime I can get in the ring and fuck with Bobby. That's always a
That
plus.
was a good.
man.
That was a good match.
Do you remember that guy who was he was an MMA guy, and then he went into wrestling, and then he put Kurt Angle in a Kimura.
Oh,
and he
okay.
wouldn't let go.
Double wrist lock.
Double. You remember that kid?
No.
He was
Yeah, his name is
And Kurt couldn't get out.
Dan something. He won. He won that thing on MTV, that show where you could become a wrestler.
He won
Mike
Tough
the
Enough.
Miz. Mike the Miz or no?
No.
Same show,
No,
though?
this kid, he trained at AKA. Oh my god.
He was a good wrestler, right?
I don't
High
think he wasn't
school
really
wrestler?
he was an okay high school wrestler. It wasn't anything special, but he had trained as an MMA guy for a long time, and he. God damn it, Daniel.
And he finally got his chance.
Oh, Daniel Pewter, right?
Pewter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pewter.
He was
no one ever
undefeated in
calls him
MMA,
Daniel.
right?
Yeah, he's like 8-0.
Yeah, I remember
like that.
he was fighting Strikeforce. I think when I was in there.
Yes.
But he finally got his chance, and then he blew it. He put Angle
Yes,
in a
I fought on the
move.
same night.
Well, it was
was
more.
trying
It
to
wasn't
prove a
just
point.
that. It wasn't just that. He just did not work out with the WWE for whatever reason at the time, or WWF, I guess it was then.
What a
And it just
picture he
didn't
has,
didn't
jeez.
get over, didn't get his shit going. And if anything, here's the thing about wrestling. And this is something I learned in Japan, but I think it plays across all of it. And that is, so I'm watching this tag match go down, and there's the young dude in this match. So there's like 3 vets and this one young kid who they're trying to build up. And this young kid was a volleyball player, like pro volleyball, something in Japan. Real tall kid. And, he went to the New Japan Dojo system. He's out there. He's tag teaming with Takayama. I can't remember this kid's name. And they're going against Murakami Kazunari and Tadao Yasuda. Yasuda used to be a sumo. He had some MMA fights. Murakami Kazunari, judo. Decent amount of MMA fights. And Takayama, also, he was a UWF guy, so he trained to fight, had real fights. So all these guys had fights except for this guy. Nagao was his name. Nagao's the kid. Some little scramble happens early on, and a guy throws a punch and hits Nagao on the chin, and boom, he just turns into he just falls, drops like a bag of rocks. He's a baby deer. He's stumbling all over the place, and now they're like, oh, fuck. So they end up throwing him out of the ring, and they're beating him up out there and whatever. This kid's just not getting his bearings back. And they throw him, eventually they get him back in the ring. They're trying to do something Yasuda just comes in, just goes boom, knocks him the fuck out, dick in the dirt, done. And rolls him over, pins him, that's it. And I'm going,
dick in the dirt.
I'm in the back watching it on the monitor going, they just knocked that motherfucker out.
Right.
And Takayama comes in the room and I go, yo, what the fuck? Did he piss someone off? I mean, did he make the office get mad? Did he stiff someone? He's like, no, I don't know. I don't think so. He goes, nobody said anything like that, but he said, I think he got clipped and we couldn't do anything with him, so we just had to end it. And I'm like, all right, I'm not even done yet. So, and then he goes, well, Jumbo Sururi goes, bad or good, it doesn't matter. If the audience cheers, good. And so basically, when Pewter put that double wrist lock on Kurt and really put him in some threat with his arm getting torqued, the WWE is probably like, well, yeah, there's a segment that's like, all right, we'll remember that. But at the same time, they're also thinking, fucking got over. It made interest. It got people talking. Therefore, really, they probably thought it was fucking great. And so it really was more to his benefit in the end than that ever hurt him. It wasn't that killed his ability to do that run. And you know what? I know Daniel, and he's really happy with his empowerment,
his
my
public
life, my power stuff. And he's a really sweet dude. And I don't know that doing wrestling was really the thing for him anyways. I don't think he would have enjoyed it.
He found his power, his life, in other...
Yeah.
So
right, in his fifth chakra.
I got
that's the tortoiseshell chakra.
So speaking of UFC, let's talk about some UFC fights.
Is this a podcast about fights?
Yeah.
I think
So
it is.
Kevin Lee is now fighting Tony Ferguson for the interim belt.
UFC 216, right?
UFC 216.
Wait, who's got the belt? Connor has
Conor
the belt.
McGregor.
Yeah.
Connor has the belt.
So let's just interim.
Other shit.
We need more interim champs.
Yes.
Yeah. Regional champs, interim champs,
Intercontinental
US champs.
champs.
Cage, yeah.
US TV champs.
Let's unify the belt.
So I
like when
don't
there's a
know
lot
who.
of
I mean,
belts.
By the way, that's where undisputed comes from.
Well,
is that there's no dispute into whether
Yeah.
this guy is the single
They got to
solitary
merge all the
champion.
belts at some point.
So it's not just a bullshit term, guys.
so a lot of people. I think Kevin Lee's got a really good chance. Here's my thought on this fight. People want to do this fight.
I wonder if he likes macadamias.
One of the best thing that happened to Kevin Lee was him getting knocked out by that Brazilian guy.
I'm sure he thinks it was amazing. I'm
No,
sure he
not
wishes
for
he
him.
could do it again.
Who was that? Benil Dariush? Or
No,
it was,
Kevin Lee. He fought some guy from Brazil, and he got knocked out in the first round. But
I'm sure the guy goes just only by a nickname.
he's not. But he's won his next 5 fights. Kevin Lee.
You like those
after
Brazil
that?
Ally Quinta beat him too.
Yeah, but that was before.
Oh, Leonardo Santos.
Leonardo Santos.
That guy hasn't
They're kinda
fought. That
a little
guy
bitter.
isn't even ranked. It's so weird. The guy isn't even ranked.
But I think that was one of the. I think that kind of
cashew
woke
guy.
Kevin up a little bit of going.
after he fell asleep.
But also.
You need to get knocked out to get woken up. Yeah. Oh, I needed that.
I woke him up as like
Those are great naps.
that I could be hurt. And I think that was the best thing for him because he's not lost
You
since.
think he was a bit too reckless before?
I know he was. He even said he got knocked out because he threw a lead uppercut. That something you should never do.
That's not. I would not say never, but yeah, there's. I mean, it's just
Connor
like
throws
Chuck-
lead uppercuts.
Connor throws him in the
A
training.
lot of people can get by with
You
it.
seen
Can
the
go over
training?
it.
Where he go?
Were you
The
popping the
Floyd
lock?
challenge, the Connor challenge.
Yeah.
But did you see the one?
Oh, the guy did the voiceover. That's the
I
funniest
posted that.
shit.
By the way, everybody think I'm hating on Connor.
Sounds like it's like that karate
Yeah.
video from the 80s.
I'm a huge Connor
The
fan.
fucking dance video.
And people were
Billy
acting like
Blanks?
because I posted that shit.
I like
So
the way
did
he
I.
fight. I love
I
the way
shared
Connor
that
fights.
immediately. I was like,
So
that's the
Josh, who
funniest
was before we get to my
But
prediction?
yeah, Chuck threw a bad. He just threw an uppercut at the wrong time against Rashad. He was
Rashad.
owing Rashad. I mean,
That-
Rashad's timing
Rashad
and distance
timed that so
was
good.
horrible.
But that
was
thing-
missing everything, but that he kept throwing this overhand right that had just fucking pure death on the end of
But
it.
who was the first guy to hurt you? Where you were like, was there
My dad.
Besides that, was there a guy in a fight where you thought you were indestructible, and then all of a sudden you're like, shit, I can get knocked out, I can get hurt. Did that ever happen to you? No. Renato, has that ever happened to you?
Oh, I never. God, let's cut the fucking.
Please.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but Josh,
No, did ever?
We can
did
edit
ever-
it. It's fine.
that ever happen?
And scene.
That was
wasn't
amazing.
really
Josh, has that ever happened to you?
You know what? When I was a young, dumb son of a bitch, you feel more invincible. But you get out there and you start getting your belt, or someone started hitting you, and some serious power. Like, holy fuck, that's a different story, man. I've never been hit that hard. And
But who was the guy who did that to you? Was it Crow Cop?
no, I think about Crow Cop was never all that fun, but Well, I knew I could be knocked out after I fought Peter Izzo the first time, for sure. But I think I kind of knew. I mean, I knew that coming into it since I'd seen it plenty.
So
Which
we're
one's
watching the Kevin
Lee?
Lee.
The black
Boom,
guy.
right there.
Oh, you know what? He just dropped.
Whoa.
His left was low. That's why he got
Wait,
ripped.
get that back.
So
So if he'd stepped in a little more and kept his left high, then he wouldn't have. He fucked up by having his left low. The lead uppercut wasn't the problem. In fact, if he had thrown it right with his left high and thrown it down this pipe, he would have intercepted that overhand,
Still had a
that right
chance to
hook,
recover, but
and would have
not
actually hit that guy clean straight in the chin. So he did. That wasn't the problem, Kevin. If you're watching, listening,
So-
what have you, but. Nah, I don't. You know, I think it was more like in the gym. Like the first time I sparred this pro kickboxer dude, who was a big heavyweight, and he fucking hit me with one of those question mark kicks, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's different."
have you ever been knocked out in sparring?
Never. Only on a jiu-jitsu.
Slap fights.
Only on a jiu-jitsu. And
Someone knocked you on jiu-jitsu? Mm-hmm. Who?
A nobody.
Vinny
Like,
Magalhaes?
no, fucking no.
No,
not
boy.
not
There we
Vinny.
go.
I don't even want to talk about.
I'm glad
that.
I got
Don't-
snacks
You know what?
in
Vinny
this
sleep you?
Let's keep Pluto is a nice. It's a new beginnings here. We don't have to bring up the negativity of the past, like that fat.
No,
pig.
Adam, please
Like
ask
that
more.
fat pig.
All right, so my point is that Kevin Lee, since that fight, has not fought reckless. I mean, the one fight he had against Trinaldo, he got clipped a couple times, but he's fought a lot smarter. Whereas Tony Ferguson, I think, takes way too many chances in his fights. Obviously,
I
he's,
can't see him fighting any less reckless, so to speak, and being successful. I think that's one of
his
Tony's
shit.
Yeah, he gets other people wrapped up into that chaotic game. I mean, come on, look at fucking Guy Jardine. I mean, the guy walked out there doing this. And people are like, the fuck is going on? All of a sudden, he's knocking people out.
yeah, but he was also getting knocked out.
Well, but that's but
For a while, he was doing well. He
This
had
is
that
two different
awkward style.
styles. Nobody have a style like
Ferguson.
Here's
but
my-
his last fight against Tony got hurt a lot in his last fight.
Which
But
one?
Chiesa?
Which one?
No, not Tony. Tony Ferguson got hurt a
But,
lot
what was the
against
fight?
that karate guy. Against that crazy.
Oh,
who took the fight on short notice.
That wasn't his last fight.
Leandro.
That wasn't his last fight.
That was
No, his last
Leandro
fight was
Silva?
Michael McDonald. Oh, no, not Michael Johnson, right? Wasn't it?
No,
No,
his
no,
last-
he fought
his
that last
fight-
guy was against
I thought
Leandro.
his last fight was Dos Anjos.
He didn't fight Dos Anjos, did he?
He did. He beat Dos
beat the
Anjos.
living-
But then he
Tony
fought.
Ferguson fought Dos Anjos?
And whooped.
Shows where the fuck I've been.
But he fought Lando Karikian or whatever.
Orlando
well, you
Lando
know,
Venata. But his last fight was Hotfield.
Yeah.
Oh, was
after
that-
that.
oh, really?
Yeah, he murdered Phil
Well,
Dos Anjos.
he did finish Venata.
But he was
So-
getting clipped a
Yeah,
lot.
but he fucking finished him with a choke.
Lando cracked him. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
his,
he
that
did,
was
but
Lando's
also you
debut,
gotta-
right?
You gotta remember, he didn't know shit about Lando. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know who the fuck
Yeah.
this kid was, and probably you know what I mean.
Well,
He didn't watch Star
There
Wars.
was some footage on
Exactly.
Lando though, because Lando was fighting what in like
Leia.
Legacy or
I didn't have
like
it- I
Lion.
didn't have it. Choice, Leia.
swindler.
So who do we like in this fight? I'm picking Kevin Lee.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Well, okay,
Not
You
me.
Now here's the.
You're,
Here's
you're
the,
picking Ferguson?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I like me some Tony.
I'm going the same
Even
way.
though it's your boy?
Hold on.
All right.
But remember this: I've known Tony longer.
Yeah.
And he's also been a training partner.
Yep.
At Champ Planet. So, but Kevin Lee is also a friend, and I'm also a fan of the way he fights and everything. I think this is a situation where, if I was Kevin Lee's people, it's a little too soon for. I think he haven't hit his greatness yet, and I think it's just a little too soon. He's a little ahead.
But he's not going to say no to an interim title
No,
shot.
I'm just saying. If you're asking me the truth,
Yeah.
and I hate to say it because I like both these
And
guys.
he hates telling the truth.
I hate that's true too, but I hate that.
Only hurts people's feelings.
I hate that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's for their own good. I hate to see two people that I like fighting,
But
but
it's gonna happen.
I don't believe that Kevin has got him on.
What about
on-
your God? What's your God think?
My God? It's tough because my God like black people,
Okay.
but he's also like
Cool.
Mexican.
He's more, is he preferential
Is he Mexican,
or like
Tony
very?
Is God Mexican?
Tony.
Yeah, he is, but he was adopted by a wrestling coach that was a white man. And you know how he discovered him?
Do tell.
Tony Ferguson was in the lettuce field, picking lettuce like this. Like he was walking like this.
I'm not sure this is
He
true.
was like this.
Yeah. He was doing
And
something.
then
He was doing penetration
the
steps.
assistant coach saw that he stopped the fucking car immediately. He said,
Terrible.
"What the fuck is happening here? I have to have."
Are you sure this is true? I don't think
Well,
this
I
is
think
true.
it's either
It's
that
too
or-
hard to make this up, though,
It's either
right?
something like that. I
No,
can't
Andrew, who do you like in this fight?
Wait, but but anyway, I'm going
let him-
Tony Ferguson,
Yeah.
and no disrespect to
To
Kevin
Kevin
Lee.
Lee.
I love the guy, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
But I just feel like if I got a bet,
You have to. We
I'm
has to.
going
I
there.
once watched Tony do neck bridges and then grab a barbell and do some. I'm like, oh fuck, old school shit. Dig it.
I heard people say they train with him. Like Alan said, it was like the craziest training he's ever done.
Alan's awesome.
He does like some very strange methods where it's like half aerobics, half.
Well, he
like
just-
Does he wear
sparring.
leotards while
He
he does
just
it?
do move like one time they did a thing for just an hour where they're not stopping like spar like he wasn't going hard but just no stopping just hour.
We do that
Yeah, shit like that.
at my gym. 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, straight spar.
Love that.
Well, and you'll rotate through people. You don't ever stop.
Yeah.
And the idea is to work on timing, rhythm, patience,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff.
So Andrew, who are you?
I got Ferguson.
Got these nuts.
Literally.
Yeah, they're fucking
I got
good.
Ferguson, and also Kevin Lee talked a lot of shit about Ally Quinta and stuff after they fought. So,
But don't take
that's my
what
homie,
Kevin,
man.
But don't take what Kevin look.
And I just think Ferguson is just he's just better. I think he's more experienced.
What did
I
Al
think-
Quinta say in response? How would
Probably
that go?
some good
like,
shit too.
Fuck you, bro. Like some shit.
Bro,
but
let me
Al-
tell you, bro.
but Al-
let me tell you, bro.
But Al told me he actually likes Kevin a lot.
Yeah, but this is gamesmanship. Look, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin is a nice guy.
I would like to see them two fight again,
Me too,
but,
me too. But- but-
Al ain't probably getting a fight in the UFC for a while.
Now,
I just Kevin is just not at the place that Tony has gotten to
hasn't fought
yet.
the level of guys.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And I think he will get there. He's on his way to being like a champion level guy. I just feel like they just a little bit. He's just not there.
There could have been some other guys that could have, like Edson Barbosa or even Nate Diaz, could have been the guy for this fight. I thought. By
I feel
looking
like-
at the rankings.
The
Tony should have had a
Crusher,
fucking.
the Destroyer. They could have done.
well, Khabib is who they wanted.
that's what
but
I'm.
then-
Yeah, Khabib is the
not-
fight.
Not fucking Tony's fault.
Now, by the way, I have to ask you, Josh.
You have to.
So
Do it.
you were training Travis Brown. You were said he looked really good.
did.
I was at that fight. He started off looking good, but something did he gas? Like what happened?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. I know that
Which fight? What fight?
The Travis's last fight when he fought the
Olenek,
70-year-old
I know
guy.
that he because he's so tall, he's often able to fade out of stuff, but he leaves his head a little bit too centered. And Olenek has a lot of reach, and he was able to get to him. That was obviously a problem that did not help. Grappling wise, he needed to separate. It was good that he was able to reverse him and get on top, but he just needed to clear, create space. We needed more footwork, but my heart was breaking for him and how he trained so hard. And but he did make great progress, and so in the grand scheme of things, no, it wasn't a good result. But the time, the effort put into it, and even in the fight was all worthwhile, in my opinion.
But
And
doesn't
so-
it come weird that Travis Brown that fought you would have smashed Olenek?
I mean, maybe. I mean, Olenek is not a joke. He's a good dude. He's tough, and I think Alexei knows I'm a fan of his. I think he's
Yeah.
great, and I told the dudes in Bellator way back when they were like, well, we're going to do some heavyweight sort of tournament. I go, you got to get Alexei Olenek at the time. I go, this guy, fucking Ezekiel chokes everyone. He's a Sambo judo guy. It's great. I mean, they did. They pulled him in. He eventually, he did lose to Neil.
Magny?
I think the cat Neil from
Neil with the
England.
deal of, Leeds at the mattress.
Big English cat, Neil.
I won't be beat.
I won't
Wasn't
be
that, isn't his name Neil with the deal or whatever? I like that guy. He looked like the greatest American hero. Or the last American, whatever the fuck's that guy.
But I was
in any case, yeah, no. Alexei's solid. He's badass. He belongs to be in the
Look up,
UFC.
put that fucking guy up there.
Who we pulling up?
Neil,
I won't be beat.
Neil
The
with the
mattress
deal.
guy. That's,
I won't be beat.
I won't be beat.
but
He does look like the greatest American hero.
Mattress guy?
He looked
That fight-
That's who he's talking about.
It did also seem like that guy Alexei was one of those guys that like. Man, like you ever have like a really tough uncle? Like you just can't put him away. Like that dude was just like
He is tough. He's grizzled old
That was a
vet, but
tough-
the
yeah,
more he would have had to, if Travis was able. Oh my God!
This guy put him up.
If Travis was forcing him to be more active and fight where he didn't want to be, then I think that he would have gassed. Because I don't think his gas tank is that great anymore.
Yeah.
You know, he's like 41. So like,
Yeah.
hats off to that dude.
No, so now Dana said that guy. That's the guy that beat Travis Brown.
Well, he won't
that
be
guy
beat.
beat Alexi.
He's gonna hit you with the part. This is a local LA commercial, people.
Leeds mattress stores.
Where is that?
Free asshole laying on your bed.
I'll take this one.
Yeah. Oh, but not that one. Too young. Oh, I love the echo on it. I won't be beat.
So that guy beat Alexi.
Yeah, they put the Jamaican dance hall shit.
I wouldn't want to fight him.
All right,
He's
okay.
fucking straight satanic.
Yeah, wow.
Well, that was the guy that beat Alexi.
He's like
I didn't
Gene
think
Wilder. He's like a young Gene Wilder.
I didn't think it really was him, but now after seeing that's exactly.
Are we awake?
Was that the guy that he fought? Yeah. That's the guy that beat. That's the guy that beat Alexi.
Now, all right. So also,
Well, then we're awake, but we're very confused. Don't ever, by the way, start doing quotes from Blazing Saddles around Alyssa.
oh my God,
She's
she
the
told us that's
biggest,
her favorite show.
the biggest
We did-
Mel
we
Brooks
did that
fan.
one time.
she is
We
like
did that one time.
Alyssa is like a throwback girl.
She's fun.
Like,
She's a lot of fun.
By the way,
man.
everyone wants to know. I go on the road,
Yeah.
and people keep asking me, "Hey, is Hanato banking Alyssa?"
No.
And I tell them no, and they're like, "Why?" She obviously
Because I'll
likes him.
fucking kill him.
Oh God, are you would not. You
She
wouldn't
tapped you
touch
though,
a
right?
hair on my head.
Is that what? No, I say because they both train at 10th Planet, and he doesn't want to make it weird. It's a small community. Is that why?
Yeah, you're friends with people. What's the and also you lose the sexual tension.
Yeah.
So we keep it like, who knows? It's like Sam and Diane. Everybody's focused on around the country. Everybody's focused on this.
And the whole time it's Woody.
Is there or they got?
But
Woody in this situation.
So
she, I have told her before. I'm like, you should, maybe try to fuck around with some comedy just for fun. Plus, it's good to get you out of anything that gets you out of your comfort zone to be better in front of other people on camera. I love the fact she'll come on here and rip and roar, but I'll then have something like, hey, we need just a video, maybe short, 30 seconds, and she's just like,
took her 2 days. She said, "Do that."
It's like fuck, and it's like yeah, and she gave me like 6-7 variations there was no variation whatsoever. I'm like, you just sent me the same video over and over and over again, and it's like a minute and a half.
By the way, we're talking about Alyssa Garcia,
about?
who's fighting in Ryzen in the tournament.
Oh my god, I never like fuck.
Are you gonna go with her to
You
Japan?
need to get past
Yes.
that barrier somehow because she got a great personality.
Who's she fighting in Japan?
Agreed.
By the way,
I do not know her name off the top of my head. She's a tough Brazilian striker girl. She's
Like 9-2 or
Yeah, like
something,
9-2. Tall.
She's got a
normally
long
fights
win
at-
streak, too.
Yeah, normally fights at 115. But here's the thing: she's fought one girl with a winning record in that win streak, and actually maybe she's fought 3. 2 of them have beat her. One of them she's beaten. Most of the girls have had shit records, and this girl's been can crushed.
I looked at a picture of her, and I'm like,
That doesn't make her a shitty fighter, by the way. So we're taking it very seriously. But I got to say that her record is a bit deceiving.
does Alyssa have a good shot at winning this tournament?
For real.
Now, what does she get if she wins? What's the prize?
70K.
Wow,
pretty good.
I didn't too shabby.
good for her. Now, would you be upset if Hanato hooked up with Alyssa?
If it helps her win 70K, I wouldn't give a shit because I'm getting a cut of
There
that.
you
So
Yeah,
fuck.
nice.
I mean, at that point, all bets are off. Do whatever the hell it is. Rob a liquor store. I'd
Only
just
at that
fucking-
point.
Only at that point. Okay.
Well, what if I do and then she lose? What happens then?
Now, also, Lyoto
Tear the
Machida.
rest of your convertible top off.
Hey, don't say that stuff.
Lyoto
You know
Machida
that I
is fighting
almost-
Derek Brunson. That got announced.
Karate.
Derek Brunson versus Machida. I like Brunson in this fight. You?
You like Bronson?
Derek Brunson or Machida?
I can't go against Machida because I just love the guy.
Yep, Machida.
Same here.
Over Derek Brunson?
Yeah,
just
well, I
love
don't
it.
really.
Maybe I'm going
I
for
don't
my
know
heart.
Derek Brunson that well as far as
No,
a
he's
fighter.
a bad.
but
Look, the money is.
Lyoto is a bad dude.
That
He's
Anderson fight
awesome.
threw me off.
He's an awesome dude. I've known him. Fuck, man. I met Lyoto when he was in Japan at the Inoki Dojo, and the only way we could communicate to each other was through like broken English and Japanese. Yeah. Kid's been a long way. He's great. I want to see him do great things, and I know he's good.
By the way, if John Jones fights Brock, who are you picking?
Well, that's
I mean, I honestly think John should probably win, but if Brock can put his size on him from get and get him on the floor and get on top of him, it's just I'm sure John will be strong. He's an incredible athlete, great fighter. He's got a decent sized frame to carry that weight, but it's not the same as a 300-pound cutting weight Brock Lesnar. And if Brock Lesnar can put that kind of weight on him, mash on him, make him carry all that, he'll just fall apart.
Even though he's 40 and look kind of long in the tooth.
Well, yeah, his teeth are long, but but he if you're on top and you're not doing all the work, you should know.
I mean, look, that's a good point. Andrew, who do you like in that fight?
Oh, Jones all day. I don't see that fight as even that close. I can see. Not really.
Well,
Brock doesn't fight a lot.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily make it a close fight. I mean, I think that it's kind of one
exciting.
of those. If one gets their game going, and then it just steamrolls. That's what it. I don't think this becomes a close fight. Whoever wins it
brutally.
You remember when Andy Couture fought him? He had so much more skills. I mean, I'm not comparing him to John Jones, but he had so much more skills than Brock. But he just that size.
But I feel like that was a different Brock.
Yeah, but
I think
John
the Brock
takes down Cormier.
But it seems like the Brock that fought Frank Mir the second time was this angry animal of a guy that was going to beat everybody. Then he came back and it was like, remember see Major League 2 with Joe Boo? Where he was like, not the same Joe Boo.
John's gonna kick
that
him in
movie
the
was
knees.
not the same Major League either.
No, it wasn't as good.
What about the third one? Back to the minors.
Oh, that was the worst.
Back to the minors.
There's a third
Back
Major
to the
League?
minors.
That was horrible.
Terrible.
Like with they only kept Joe Boo and somebody else.
I got to be honest though.
But Charlie Sheen was at the lowest point when he was doing Jack in the Box commercial.
I thought this
cheddar cheese,
this
mozzarella.
Andy Dick movie, Division 3.
Division 3, yeah.
I thought the thing was hilarious.
Which one?
I didn't see that one.
Andy Dick.
But you know what?
Andy, where he plays a coach, he plays a football
Division
coach,
3.
football's finest or something like
Do I
that.
need to see this?
It was fucking
Okay.
I'll
hilarious.
tell you what I like was
I'm a big
Big
fan.
Stan.
By the way, I used to live.
Did you see one with Rob Schneider?
when I lived at the old place not that long ago. Our place was Andy Dick's old rental.
Wow.
That place was
Did you scan that-
disgusting. Holy
Did you have
shit.
that professional deep
Man,
I
we had
see him
a
around
meth
Hollywood.
we had a meth lab come in just to burn it all off.
Did you ever see the one with Big Stan with Rob Schneider?
Nah.
He's like
I
going to
didn't saw
jail
that.
and he's wearing
I know of it.
Yes.
That's
so
that-
he like trains and learns martial arts.
No, I never
And then
saw
picks
that
on
shit.
Bob Sapp. I've
Yeah.
seen that
That's
scene,
digging
yeah.
in the crates when you got nothing left on Netflix and shit.
All right. So
But yeah,
also
but
Kelvin
Major League-
Gastelum is fighting.
Back to Major League.
Back to Major League what?
No, I was saying, do you remember when Charlie Sheen was really in the dumps in his career, and you could hear him doing the Jack in the Box commercial?
No.
He was doing the voiceover for that, and he was like, the new cheddar melt with Jack, cheddar, and mozzarella.
I would do that, and my career is going on an upswing.
Jack, cheddar, and mozzarella.
That
It was a very sad.
It's No Man at Work, that's for sure.
Men at
Oh,
Work
no.
was a good movie.
It was.
with-
With Keith David.
That was good.
I met Keith David, and
like
I was
Keith
too
David.
fucking starstruck to come up and be like, dude, I love your
He's
shit.
something else.
Yeah.
Men at Work was great. He was.
And that's what I get
garbage
starstruck over is Keith David, by the way.
I would too.
What- it
the
was-
voice of Spawn.
And if, if Brian James is still alive.
Wait, Brian Jamie.
Brian James from
what?
Blade Runner and Fifth Element and...
You mean the guy who kills in the beginning?
Yes.
Oh, I love that guy. And he's in Django and Ka.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Kelvin.
48 hours, you already said that?
I did not, but you're right. Yes.
And in 48 hours, another 48 hours, but don't ruin the ending.
So Kelvin Gastelum's fighting Anderson Silva.
Oh, really? That's a hell of a fight.
in China.
Wow.
Well, that's a weird
shit
place,
could-
but all right.
Are you going to be
Pass,
doing
right?
Are you opening for that?
Yes. It's on Fight Pass. I think it is on Fight
It's on
Pass.
UFC Fight Pass.
Kelvin should win this fight, but Anderson's so dangerous.
Of course.
But Kelvin should win.
He probably is going to be a betting favorite, but it's like one of those ones where it's a dumb one to bet on, you
He
know?
looked good against Chris. So.
He looked good, or did he look good? He did not look
What are you
good.
talking about?
Kelvin.
Who did he fight?
Chris Weidman, he got killed.
I thought he looked all right. I think he tried to wrestle.
He landed that one punch, but
Yeah.
he probably dominated most of the time.
I think it's going to be similar with Anderson.
You ever wrestle with Weidman in Long Island? Mm-hmm. How'd it go?
He's the only person ever that's like really manhandled
Who are
me.
you talking about? Weidman?
Chris Weidman.
I
wrestled with him, and I've known Chris for a long, long time. But we wrestled with each other in high
Nice
school. We were on like the Team New York wrestling team, and then in college we won a JUCO national title together.
JUCO?
Yeah, he was 2 weight classes above me, but he was so good.
How did you do in the Team New York wrestling team?
Good. Yeah, did very good.
Nice.
Yeah, I was a good high school wrestler.
Me and him had our differences. You can see the evidence on the...
But you
YouTube.
you tapped him pretty quick
I
though.
did, but
Chris is so impressive.
He did suplex me if you put it on for the
Did you
fans.
let him do that or no?
I was taken by surprise because he let it. He went too far, and he paid for it.
Now, what's up with Luke Rockhold fighting Dave Branch? That's such a weird fight for him.
I don't know.
That could send Rockhold real down.
Yeah,
Branch
is like a tough,
5-6
tough old dog.
Yeah, you see the video he posted of him like at his barbershop?
Yeah.
Like talking shit to Luke. Oh, it's fucking awesome.
But he's funny. He's an old school New York guy.
He lives in New York, yeah, right?
Yeah, he's from New York. He lived
Remember
in
when
New York.
Gerald
He's
Harris
Hensel Gracie.
Powerbombed him?
He's
Gerald Harris, remember when he powerbombed
I don't
Branch?
remember that.
He had knocked him out with a
Oh yeah,
slam.
because Branch was in the UFC before.
Yeah.
he had one fight, right?
Yeah.
One and
But,
done?
but it's weird that Rockhold goes from beating Weidman, losing to Bisping, and then now he has to fight Dave Branch.
He lost a lot of heat.
Well, wasn't Branch holding both titles in World Series of Fighting? He was holding the 85 and 205
Yeah,
pound
but
title?
I think that he pissed off Dana. He went after Dana.
That's
Rockhold.
tough.
Nobody ever pisses Dana off. Are you kidding me?
Well, you don't bite the hand that
true.
was feed. Like you're always trying to bite the hand by hand.
Nibble on it.
Well,
Did he ever
that's
respond to you saying you wanted to
something else?
like when you said you wanted to pee in his mouth? Did he ever respond to that?
Who said that?
What? No.
Oh no,
Who?
Josh.
I don't know what he's talking about.
It was just something I did for a few bucks.
Cool.
They pee in someone's mouth. In Japan,
Wherever, man.
put you in a vending.
Have urine will travel.
In a vending machine, you can pee in somebody's fucking mouth.
Did you ever go to any of those
With an
like
IV, just
those
pumping you with
clubs,
fluid?
the ping pongs?
Yeah.
In Thailand, yeah.
What happened? What happened?
No, I got one of the girls out of those go-go clubs. So I had this guy take me there on our day off. And so this is my I bought a prostitute in Thailand. People were like, and at the time,
It was frowned upon.
Colleen was like, what? And I went, oh, hold on.
Yes.
And so I'm like, no. So we went to this thing, and because everyone's telling about these bars. So I go in there, and I'm like, well, what do you do? What's the deal? So I get the lowdown, and I'm like, well, how do you even call anyone over here? And the guy's like, well, you just point. And I go, well, that seems rude, but all right. So I point at this girl, and she comes by. Great English, so we're just chatting a little bit. It's just, standard bullshit, what have you. And so I'm going, fuck, do you think she would be like a tour guide for me? Take me out, take me to all the crazy spots. And so, now I have a local, probably knows people. We can go. And he's like, well, I don't know, go ahead and try. So I call over the mama-san or whatever, and I'm like, yo, how much to have her just come out and like take me around? She's like, oh, upstairs is this, and then your hotel. And I'm like, no, I mean, just... And she's like, okay, upstairs. And then I get no. I go, I just want her to come with me and take me around here in Nana Plaza and then go to Soy Cowboy and go like see the stuff and just like, and she just gives me this weird fucking look, says something, starts speaking in Thai to the girl. And the girl is just like, eh. And finally they have a little chat. They kind of figure it out. They're like, all right. And they give me some price. I'm like, okay, fine. So I pay it. Girl, like, all right. So she goes and gets changed, and we just went to all the different shops. And
nice.
It was probably refreshing. She don't get banged out all day long.
hell if I know.
It was like a Pretty Woman.
I don't think so. I did not pick anybody up in any Ferraris or start,
would you
proposing to them.
That's like
All we did is
That's like the Thai version of the movie.
yeah, it's much lower quality.
He was on a hick shop.
The inflation.
And we're in the
rates,
Ladyboy bar, and this guy rolls up. And by the way, one of the pluses of doing this whole tour, besides just seeing crazy stuff like ping pong shows and girls shooting darts out of their vagina and all that kind of crazy
Pretty
stuff.
accurate.
This one looked like she was a
on
little
Pluto
petered out.
Next on Pluto TV.
A little petered out, a little tuckered.
I heard about ping pong, but they do a dart.
Dart.
Next on
I know
Pluto
someone that got
TV.
hit with a
fucking
dart.
darts.
So we go to the
Write
Ladyboy
that
bar,
down for the next
and one of the pluses is that all these places really
Gross.
cater to tourists. So there's tons of people that speak English.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, for real,
like
literally.
Yeah.
So we go to the Ladyboy bar, and we get in there, and it's really weird, kind of
no
odd,
shit.
and it's not because.
Not because it's a lady boys.
No,
Okay.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
Aren't they
it's a
called
different.
Caraways?
What they call?
I don't know.
Caraways?
I don't know.
All right, go on.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Go on,
I
go
gotcha.
on, go on.
I'm
All
not
right.
going to jump in on this.
All right,
Brian.
go on. I like that.
There are these like Japanese businessmen off in the corner, like groping and sucking on this dude's boobs.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, oh, that's a little. All right, that's extreme, but all right, you can go for it. I guess
That's
So this
Was it Bob Sapp?
this I guess I should say gal. So this gal comes over, sits next to me, like, hey, what are you up to? How you doing? I'm like, oh, well, out here's my friend, which I don't
This is
remember
our
what her
first
name
and
was.
last podcast. All right, go on.
And she's like, oh, that's cool. And I go, yeah, I just I went to this place, this club, and I was like, hey, take me out and be my tour guide and do this and that? And then all of a sudden she's like, take me too. I'm like, well, no, I think I already have one. Buy me a drink then. I'm like, why are you so aggressive about that?
Because she knows she got a live one.
So eventually I just like pity give her like, I don't know, some bot. And I'm like, fuck, you're just making this real weird and depressing. And then eventually I was like, I got to get out of here. This place is not fun, actually. Yeah. People aren't having a good time, except for maybe the Japanese business dudes over in the corner. And even then, it seems like maybe they're pretty hateful. I don't know. But in any case, that we didn't stay there very long.
That sounds depressing.
Yeah, no, I fuck.
That sounds like the one. Remember I told you my friend went to a...
Almost more depressing than the time I was in a strip club in Montana. And there was 0 people in there and just like this really... This gal just out on a stage and you just hear this clack of her slapping her heels together, and it just like reverberated through this room with like 3 people, and she's one of them, you know. And then the bartender's, it's just like, fuck. I'm not on any drugs or anything like that, so this is even worse. I just need to get the fuck out of here.
I was at the body shop one time.
That's amazing.
The loneliest sound in the world is that.
It was a what was the sound again?
There's nobody there.
Missoula, Montana, with no one in the room. Just clack.
I was at the body shop one time.
It's just working hard.
I was at the body shop one time, sitting next to this guy, right? And this girl's on a pole, and she comes down, and I guess she has a cheap shoe because the heel of her shoe fell off and went boom into this guy's chest, and he's like, ah! And like, I was fucking dying laughing.
That is fantastic. I mean, bloopers of any sort in a strip club, even better. Okay, so here we were talking about movie villains or some stupid ass. So okay, again, we'll stick with the theme. Strip club, Portland. And I'm hanging out, and I'm just chilling, and it's me and this gal. So we're hanging out in this strip club. It's a heavy metal strip club. Wow. Rose City Strip is fucking badass. So
in Portland, you said.
Yeah, and but it's a slow night. It's like a Tuesday, something, whatever. And so there's some girls on the stage over there, and it's like a big fucking place. And so me and this gal were just hanging out, get a couple drinks, turn away from the bar on our little stools, and we're just watching the stage and chit-chatting and making comments, what have you. And we look over, and she goes, look at this fucking guy. Some dude rolls in like khakis and a white button down, and it's untucked and a Bluetooth in. I'm just going, the fuck?
Like me.
You're going to be taking a real important call here in the fucking heavy metal strip club. Sorry, I can't hear you over Motorhead right now. It's like, and the sound of this girl's labia and the flapping in the wind or something. I don't know.
And the clap.
So this dude, he's a total fucking tool, right? And so we're just getting a chuckle out of that. A little time goes by, and finally the dude, he looks over at me, and I'm sitting there wearing what I would normally wear, like a fucking death metal shirt, my leather jacket, some jeans, what have you, Chucks. And he starts wandering over, and I look at him, he's got that look on his face. I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, this guy wants to come up and talk. Oh, are you such a... You know, I was like,
what did he thought you were?
Was it Dan the Wolfman?
Hold on.
Right,
yeah, no, that motherfucker would never get near me.
Wolfman. That guy messages me sometimes.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
All right, go on.
So anyways, this dude, he rolls up, so I think he's going to come up and be like, oh, did you fight and blah, all right. It's all right. So he rolls up, peels off to my left-hand side. The girl's on my right. And he's kind of sitting at my edge. And he goes... Anyone ever tell you that you look really intimidating? I'm like,
what?
Sometimes. And he just looks at me and he goes, hey, let me ask you something. If someone wanted to, you know, perhaps get something of the white variety, would you be able to assist in such a thing? Oh. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, this motherfucker's asking me for Coke.
Yeah.
And right away I'm thinking, how do I respond to this? Without skipping a beat, I just kind of look at him. I'm like, can't help you. And he's just, he goes, nah, I mean, even if he's willing to pay pretty much what I go, look, man, not tonight. And he's like, all right, it's cool. He peels off because to me, it was far more important to be a coke dealer that didn't want to help this guy out.
Yeah.
Than to let him know I wasn't holding shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even have any fucking menthol.
Was it John
me, you know what I
Jones?
mean?
Him to know that he wasn't cool enough to get the coke that you had.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm starting.
Not for you.
I
Not
turned
for
to
you.
this girl and I'm like, why me? What 80s action movie was he watching where he's like, where's the drugs? Oh, look at the guy who looks like a street tough.
Was it John Jones?
I'm sure it was not John
Universal
Jones.
Soldier?
But I can see John Jones with a Bluetooth in a club.
Of course.
But yeah, I'm just like, fuck. It's
Oh my god.
That's what he in his fantasy. That's what he think it's like.
like,
You know,
oh,
you
that's
go
the
to
guy
that
who's got drugs.
Yeah.
When I first moved to
that
LA,
knows how to go.
He looks like he's out of Death Wish 3.
back to strip club stories. When I first moved to
Which
LA,
we have on Pluto TV.
when I first moved to LA, I was
Death Wish 2 is brutal.
Wait,
Death
which
Wish
one
2 is great.
had
Death Wish
Lawrence
2 is-
Fishburne? The 3, huh?
That's 3.
That's
Two-
the one.
And Alex Winters.
We have 2 and 3.
From fucking.
But that's also
Bill and Ted?
Wildy is gonna come. Wait till Wildy, and finally Wildy. It's a Wildy semi-automatic gas-operated pistol. It's a Magnum cartridge made from a .284 Winchester, neck down rifle cartridge, neck down to 475 diameter, and they use this to that's my Charles Bronson. They use this to shoot elephants.
Pretty good.
And so he goes out with this giant.
It's more like
All
Charles
steel pistol and just starts blowing people away.
He
left
kills
and right.
so many people.
He does. He kills. Really, and he gets he's got a. You know what? I'd be happy if I could do a Charles Grodin on command.
You got a Charles Grodin. You're ahead of the game already.
when I first
Yeah.
moved to LA, I was working kids parties, right?
And you're like, this Charles Grodin slays.
I was Spider-Man and like Bob.
Are you
like,
for real?
Swear to God, I was working in the back. And
How long ago was the?
This is like 13 years ago. I had no money, so I was like, I had to take a course where they teach you how to be like Bob the Builder, Spider-Man, all this, right?
Course.
So and like
I don't want to teach this
I had
course.
to-
I would struggle with
I had to make balloon animals and
They
like
don't see your
all these
fucking
things.
face.
So, but they would give you the Spider-Man costume like a couple days early. So I picked it up and I put it on, and then I
And
walked.
somebody wore it already before.
You got a Peter Parker
Well,
look to
I
you.
actually went to the strip club as Spider-Man because it'd be funny if somebody was like, "Why is Spider-Man by himself at the fucking strip club?" So I sat there for like 20 minutes, and then
Did they try to give you a lap dance and stuff?
well, the guy asked for my ID, but I didn't have a Spider-Man ID. I was
Spider-Man
like
with
hoping
a
I would be like,
boner.
"Oh, here's my ID," but then the chick was like, "Hey, let me see you underneath the mask."
Jeez.
And I, like,
And then what happened?
I showed it to her,
And
and
she
I may spray you with some.
then I couldn't get her number. She liked me better as Spider-Man. I swear, it's a true story. I'm not even lying.
Oh my God, that's the sad. That's
I was
sad
the
story.
I was horrible at like those
one.
at like those kids parties. I kept losing
Bad
all
one.
the magic tricks and having to owe them more money than I was making.
I went to the strip
Jeez.
club dressed as the Hulk, and they're like, "Well, how come your pants didn't rip?" And I'm like, "Well, you're not attractive." They're like, "Well, fuck you. You're green." I go, "Well, that's because it's syphilis, but don't worry."
It's not airborne.
No,
I was like, wow, that's pretty good. I like that.
no.
Well, listen, people.
Listen.
Wow.
So this is MMA
Wow.
roasted,
So listen.
but now it's turned into strip club chronicles.
There's a lot of strip club talk.
Have you ever
today.
dated any strippers, Andrew?
No.
Really?
I've only been to like 2 strip clubs. Really, I don't go to strip clubs very much. I don't like them.
Was like what was what one of your fights
Weird
at one?
energy.
Weird.
But you made a
They
love-
don't. They
Bad
fucking.
smell.
You have to have someone do a crystal bath on you afterwards or something.
and I always have like
Fuck.
the 2 times I went with
Closes
after like
his third eye.
there's always like a girl that comes up to me and is like she tells me her life story, her real name, and like she thinks I can
means
get her
she
out
won't
of there.
No, she tells you her
her,
second fake
her second
name.
fake name.
All right, let's
Well-
be real. You're in
Well,
there
then we had
as,
sex
as
and- no, I'm
customer.
Her name is Cheyenne.
No, I don't like strip clubs.
April.
April. Cheyenne.
There was a heavyweight in the UFC
Cinnamon.
who like recently lost, like got knocked out in the first
I like
round.
Jumbo's Clown Room though.
And I like texted him like, "Hey man, keep your head up." And he's
Jumbo's
like, "Oh, it's all
fun.
good. You know any good strip clubs and whatever?" Like that was his next thing. There was a fighter in the UFC with more.
Here.
fun.
to get it in.
Here's a legitimate strip club tale, as if the other ones were all made up.
Go on.
The Hulk
When
one.
I would
After this.
get sent off to go to random ass fucking middle of nowhere bumfuck America, right? So places that I just don't know, never been. Well, even a place like Chicago, what have you.
Yep.
Me and my buddy would get flown out for what have you, for some event, signing, it doesn't matter, right? For fights. And the first thing we do, hit up find out what the best strip club in town was, go there immediately that night, and then just fucking talk to all the girls because they would know where every cool thing, any fucking thing that's going down. how to get linked up into any all the action in town is those girls are gonna know. And I mean, fuck, you're in a strip club, right? Naked girls and booze, whatever. But at the same time, I mean, that is the best intel on what that town has to offer, what's beating as far as on the streets. That night,
Nice.
the action. When you
Nice.
can't find Huggy Bear,
a good
go to the
tip.
strip club.
That guy wanted the action from you.
That is a
Nice.
good.
So,
I came to
so Andrew, what Andrew, what do you have coming up?
We are doing the whole week on the Fight Channel on Pluto. We're doing a Mayweather McGregor takeover, and then Saturday, me and a couple people are doing kind of live commentary, kind of like Joe Rogan does his Fight Companion. We'll be doing kind of a Fight Companion on the Fight Channel here live for anyone that doesn't want to drop $100. We'll give them that, and then that's really it. Just more of this, and we'll keep bringing Adam's show back to Pluto and.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to license fight content. That's all I'm into right now.
And Josh, what do you got coming up?
I'm gonna get a fucking haircut apparently because I look like a shaggy son of a bitch.
Shaggy, how that look high and chai?
It wasn't him.
Hi and chai.
Hi and shite. I am going to the lovely Minnesota. Wait, don't open that.
Tell my girlfriend's family you said what up.
I will. For LFA 20. And I'm going to be calling the action with Ron Kruk on Access TV.
Oh, Ron Kruk.
So
I like
doing
that.
some commentary
That's
work.
awesome.
Then
Ron
I've got
Kruk.
a series of seminars in London and in Örebro, Sweden coming up. And Alyssa will be fighting in Ryzen in October. So helping her get prepared for that. New Japan Pro Wrestling on Access Friday nights 8 p.m. G1 Climax is airing right now, so that's some pretty incredible professional wrestling action. It's one of the most grueling, prestigious tournaments in all of wrestling, if not one of the most prestigious just events all around the world of professional wrestling. So tune into Access to watch that with me and my partner Jim Ross. And you can always catch me on the old social media at Josh L. Barnett on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, be Josh Barnett, facebook.com/Josh Barnett. And I'm on Spotify with the world's most metal playlist, JB the War Master.
I
Nice.
gotta check that.
And Renato, what do you got
I
coming
got
up?
an Al Jarreau one on there. With some more lighter fare.
I hope there's some shy lights too.
I've also got a grueling and arduous or whatever grueling seminar coming up. What are you doing over there?
Go on.
Taking up evidence. Here we are over
All right,
here.
go on.
Let me just pay attention here so they can see me. I'm going to be at 10th Planet, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, everybody's favorite city in Pennsylvania, this Friday, August 25th. And
I love Yingling.
we're gonna do some Yin Yang twins and Yangling and all that kind of stuff, and we're gonna hang out with white guys that say water ice and some stuff like that.
what a Downton.
You're gonna get
Downtown.
water ice, and then we're gonna go to the King of Prussia Mall and see what happens from there.
Get to put some jimmies on your ice
Yeah,
cream.
and then the very next day, I'm gonna be at Gary Chonin gym.
Who just
That's
beat
Jersey?
Dylan Dennis?
He certainly did, and then we're gonna be in Brunswick.
Did he sub him?
No, he won decision.
And Dylan was talking a lot of shit.
And then you know what's
Oh,
funny?
no way.
Did you
Getting
see
in his
at
face
that-
at the weigh-ins and
But
stuff.
did you hear Gary Chonin's thing at the end? He did like a heartfelt, look, a lot of this stuff is gamesmanship, and
Didn't Dylan used to train with them?
Wait,
or
pull a
something?
John Jones?
No, and then he goes, and I just want to apologize for absolutely fucking nothing. I'm the best
Wait,
I
pull a-
can,
Pull a Connor.
I like Gary. He's a crack up. He's super talented. I love every time I see him at a tournament or whatever. I'm like,
good.
that dude is dressed like the biggest kook.
He's crazy,
but he's
fun.
great.
He's a fun guy. He's a smart guy. I like the guy.
I like that move. I like the poster.
Thank you, my brother. It's a Escape from New York. Escape from New Jersey, as it would be here.
Like everyone.
With Lee Van Cleef. And then, anyway, so I'm going to be at that Brunswick BJJ, and you got to do his review spot on cashchickschamps at gmail.com. That's Gary's thing, okay? And his review spot for that. And also, to find out anything your Uncle Renato is up to, just Renato_Laranja on Twitter and Instagram. And sometimes Facebook. Don't worry about Facebook.
Why do you need the underscore? There was already
Because there was already a fucking scumbag who took that one, and there's also a guy who tried to buy up a bunch of the ideas. Like
Buy it off him,
Renato
dude.
Laranja What?
Buy it off.
I thought you said I'll offer it to you. I thought you was the fucking.
That is something I would do. I do. I
and
do
this fucking guy bought it. Renato
Really?
Laranaja,
Escobar
BJJ.com,
Beanhouse.
Renato Laranaja.com. What a fucking piece of shit. But anyway, underscore, okay? And maybe I'll change it to the official one there. Who knows?
Okay.
But I'm there. There's only one Uncle Hanach, okay?
Anything else?
That's not enough for you.
Oh no, that's good. I don't want to.
And then
He's
also,
getting his eyebrows done.
I've got a lot of stuffs in the works with Pluto TV here. And you know, it's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, make sure you guys download the Pluto TV app on Apple TV, iOS, Android,
PS3,
Yes.
PS3, Amazon Fire, Roku,
Atari 2600.
many places. Coming.
And I will be.
more.
And by the way, you can be able to watch our podcast on Pluto TV all week if you have the app. So make sure you do that. I will be at the in Linwood at the Cliffhanger Sports Bar.
Wait, Linwood, Washington.
Linwood, Washington.
Who'd you piss off?
Wait, hold up. Actually, this week I'll be in Shanghai at the Shanghai Comedy Club, and I'm
Sounds
teaching.
better.
And I'm teaching a comedy course to the Chinese people.
Are you for here?
Yeah.
Please video this
in Shanghai.
Oh, let's see this. Him teaching Chinese people
please?
comedy.
This Sunday.
Here's where you say fuck.
And then I'm also going.
Fucker.
What the fuck is a frush?
So I'm going to be in Shanghai
This
and
is
then
a fucking movie.
Beijing.
Right here. This is a movie.
As well as I got a whole Chinese tour. And then September.
Are you gonna teach some
September-
cheap Chinese food jokes and stuff?
Yeah,
After we eat, and then 30 minutes
Peking
later,
duck.
yeah.
I went
Why are you
down-
trying to look at my dick?
I went down on an Asian chick and I was still hungry.
You nasty foul,
Anyway,
you.
so September. What's the deal with SARS? All right, so
how you slay.
September 6th, I'm in Arlington. I'm in Linwood at the Cliffhanger Sports.
right.
Then I'm in Arlington, September 7th at the
You know
Angel.
who's from Linwood?
Who?
Randy Couture.
Nice. I'm at the Angel of the Winds Casino, September 7th.
You've been preparing for that one for quite some time.
That's when a beautiful woman farts.
Angel of the Winds.
September 8th, I'm at the Warehouse, and September 9th, I'm in Club Crow in Kashmir, Washington.
Whoa, hold on. You're in Kashmir.
That's a good name.
Who fucking booked these for you? I'm from Seattle. I got family in.
You wanna come
all
with me?
No.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to go to Kashmir.
Is it bad?
Wait, he always goes to a place that have the exotic name.
Why don't you go to play fucking, I don't know, Smith's Barn in Yelm?
I'm actually going to be there in
Or
October.
maybe.
Then I'm in Dubuque, Iowa at the Diamond Joe Casino, September 13th.
Well, that's no Kashmir.
I'm in Cedar Rapids at Penguins Comedy Club, September 15th and 16th. I'm at the Dime Bar every Monday and Tuesday. I'm in Springfield, Illinois at the Blue Room Comedy Club. Wednesday, October 4th, I'm in Lake
It's spelled like the
Havasu
sweater.
at Pennington's Pub in Lake Havasu, October 4th. I'm at the Honda Resort and Casino in Pine Top, Arizona.
How do you spell that?
HON-DA Resort Casino. And then I'm in Laughlin at the Edgewater Casino, September 7th. Apple Valley at the Wine Cellar,
Pine Tar,
October
Arkansas.
18th.
Staying busy.
Wow. This motherfucker, even the cameraman got up to leave.
I'm in Moore Park, California, October 19th at McGregor's Craft Beer and Wine.
Okay.
And then Brentwood, California, Northern California, October 20th. And then in Maui at Three's Bar and Grill.
Are you playing Carson at some point, I hope?
November 11th.
Or
Those are the places I will be.
I can't say that.
And then here's my
Perhaps
2019
Gardena?
schedule. And
I'm at the Carpet Barn in a Gardena.
I mean, Neil with the deal.
then also Adam will be roasting Steven Seagal on for Mercenary for Justice, right?
Yes.
Mercenary for Justice. Who's in that one? Is that Bren Foster, Steven Seagal?
He always has the hottest women
He-
that I've never seen before in any other movies. In his
Where's
movies.
Probably get them
actresses?
from Eastern Europe or something.
No, they're American, but
Oh,
like
yeah?
I don't know. I
We shot our movie Absolution in Romania.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw the one where A Good Day to Die, right? Was that
Good day.
Today You Die.
Today You Die
Today You
with
Die.
Tretch from Naughty by
Today
Nature.
Die. He's in
That was-
prison.
That was the last
Wretch
one.
from Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, it was a top-notch cast.
You know the guy tree.
We get the best action movies here. We go after the best action movies. We get them way after their prime, but
Wait,
we
do
get
you
the best
have
action stars.
A good man. You got to have a good man that's got Victor Webster in it.
Yes,
Seagal
you
film,
gotta
yeah.
have that.
And Absolution, which stars myself and Byron Mann,
We got
Vinny
Revelation
Jones.
with Jean-Claude Van Damme coming soon.
Oof.
Revelation.
You know what you gotta see?
Well, you're going to be praying for God when
They
you're
did a
watching
hip
that.
off of what's that movie Pacific Rim or whatever, where that's the robots and the thing. You know what I'm talking about?
What
Yeah.
movie is this called?
Pacific. What's the one with the kid from Anarchy, Sons of Anarchy? You know
With
the
Theo
fucking
Rossi?
science fiction where they got big robots versus fucking sea monsters.
Well,
and
that's
shit?
Pacific Rim.
That's what I said. But they got a hip off of it on fuck called like Atlantic something else and Trash is in that.
Oh, I think we may have that.
Oh,
Is that from
God.
Asylum?
You wait till you see.
Probably,
we have all
yeah.
Asylum
Wait
movies.
till
We have
you
an
see
Asylum
the
movie
special
channel.
effects. And the shit on that one.
Kinda
How does it stack up against Transmorphers
I never.
or Alien versus Hunter,
We also have Snakes on a
starring
Train.
James fucking
We have
Spader?
Snakes on a Train. Not snake. We have Snakes on a
Snakes
Train.
on a Train.
Yeah.
So it's a
little easier to get past.
Yeah.
on the train, on the plane. Oh my goodness.
All right.
A
Cool.
lot of stuff to look forward to, listeners and viewers out there.
This was fun.
Beautiful.
This was fun, guys.
Yeah, we gotta get together.
Follow
more.
me at Andrew Jitsu. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Thank
The
you guys.
pleasure is all
Thank you
to
guys
the
very
fans.
much. Tune in. We'll have a new podcast. We're going to be here starting every Tuesday, starting in September from Pluto TV.
Yeah, if you don't want to drop $100 this weekend,
much better
watch
than
me
going to the
drink
Valley.
beers and talk about the fights with some friends.
Yeah.
So.
So, yes. Thank you guys.